Hey everyone, how's everybody doing today? Thank you for coming in. So as everybody knows, I'm going to be going ahead and interviewing Kristin Welton on my channel. She's got a great channel. Thank you, Jaden, for coming in. Thank you, Lincolnshire Trains and Buses channel. Angie Pooh 215 channel, thank you for coming in. Hi, Jones Twins. Thank you so much. Can everybody hear me good? I know I've been having so much problems with my computer, my mic, everything. Yes, Leo Ray, thank you so much. So if everybody doesn't know anybody in the chat, make sure you go ahead and you connect with each other. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, guys, because I would appreciate that so much. And after I ask Kirsten some questions, then you guys will go ahead and, you guys could ask questions from her yourself. Double rate. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. So it is going to be very fun today. Oh, Urban Grandpa Prepper, thank you for stopping by. I think I'm friends with you. And if I'm not, I will make sure I catch up with you myself. I know my computer has not been working very well with you guys. Hey, Night Star Beauty, thank you for coming in. I'm hoping I'm not too fuzzy. My other computer shows me fuzzy. This one does not. So, as I said, everybody go ahead and, connect with each other, make friends, but again, just like Super Chat says, connect in the right way. Hi, Sam. Thank you for coming in. Hi, MS Lifestyle. Thank you. And hey, Professor Fox and Dr. V, how are you? I love your channel. I've been watching a bunch of your videos. So I think, hey, Shanice Reviews, how are you? I hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday, enjoying the weekend. Again, I connect with each other on here. I'm going to bring her up and I'll ask her a few questions. And then afterwards, you guys are welcome to ask any questions from her. If there's a question that you really want her to ask as we're going through, make sure, you put like 3 hearts in it. So this way it'll catch my attention because I'm blind as a bat. And then this way I will go ahead and have her put it up on the screen. If any new people are coming in, I will have my mods help me out, which I have really good mods here. And so if I don't say hello to you guys right away, I do see you there. I just don't want to interrupt her while I'm asking. She's answering a question. So let me see if she's down there. And guys, I always have 5,000 troubles trying to get everybody up. I see her down there. I think I'm getting a little better at this, but who knows? You think after all the live streams I've done, it is work. Yay! How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. And you can hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Right. I'm like, I hope everybody can hear me now. So I'm like, I'm not hearing anything out of my earphone. I'm hearing it from there. I don't know. It's always confusing. How are you? I always have technical issues here. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
All right. Thank you for coming up and doing my interview with me.
Oh, of course.
I do know that I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'll have everybody go ahead and ask questions at the end.
Okay.
My first question to you is, how long have you been on YouTube?
So I've been on for just about maybe 15 months or so. I've had my channel, I think, since Kira was born, so for quite a long time. But I wasn't posting videos or anything like that. It was just to have an account. And yeah, so I started last year, I think around, oh, maybe it's been a year and a half now.
Okay.
And so I've been posting hopefully consistently since then.
And me about.
Pardon me?
What is your channel about?
So my channel is kind of a mishmash of different things. I do mainly unboxings. I'm a skincare and makeup fanatic. I don't do tutorials yet, but I think
Okay.
that's coming soon. Yeah, and I love tea and coffee, and I talk a bit about my family and my MS and just basically life in general.
Okay. So I know I went back and I started watching some of your first videos because that's what I
Mhm.
like to do before I have somebody up. And yes, I never knew from watching you and your videos and everything else that you do have MS and
Yes.
how that's very interesting. So, pretty much when you found out, I mean, I heard the story and that just must have been so nerve-wracking for you and the family. And
Mhm.
can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed weirdly because of a bladder infection. I'm not big on wanting, antibiotic after antibiotic after antibiotic, and I try to limit the amount of antibiotics I take. And I
Mm.
just try to, not necessarily cure things, but take care of things naturally. And so when I felt a bladder infection coming on, I started taking cranberry pills, and it worked. And then the infection came back, but it came back so fast and so fierce, when in all actuality it didn't actually go away. The cranberry pills only masked the symptoms.
Yes.
So I was out with my friend, she was getting married, so we were looking at decor and picking up last minute things, and all of a sudden I had this horrible pain, so she took me to my doctor and he gave me antibiotics. And then I think it was within a couple of days I started having these strange side effects where whenever I stood, my legs would start to shake, and yeah, I just wasn't feeling right. So I went back to my doctor and said, I think I'm having side effects from the medication. And he knows me very well. He's been my doctor for, oh God, going on 21 years. So
Mm.
he was like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
That I want you to start, like, keep taking that medication. I'm not taking you off, but
Mm.
obviously if you vomit or anything like that, we're going to take you off and put something else on.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure something else is going on. And I was like, what? And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you because I know you, and you'll just go and look it up, and then you'll obsess over it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's okay. Just tell me. And he's like,
Mm.
okay, well, it could possibly be MS. I'm like, what? And he's like, I want you to have a CAT scan.
Okay.
And I was like, really? He's like, it's to, like, take that out of the equation just to prove myself wrong and to eliminate what I think it could be. He's like,
Okay.
it's like not far fetched, but he's like, let's rule it out.
Yes.
So I went home, kept taking my medication, and then I started having trouble pushing a grocery cart. And it felt like whenever I was pushing it, I couldn't hold it properly and actually push it. It would just kind of go out from under me, and I couldn't walk in a straight line. It eventually ended up looking like, after a week, that I was drunk. And I actually had someone, like,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was like, really? I'm
Yeah.
not drunk. What's wrong with you people? Because I couldn't see it. I could feel
Yeah.
something off, but the way that I looked was very obvious that something wasn't right. But whenever I was sitting down, like when I'm driving, I'm 100% fine. It's when I stood up, everything went to poo. So it was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of weird. So I went back to my doctor, and he's like, yeah, we really need you in for that CAT scan. We're just waiting. So just hold up. I'm like, okay. And then it got worse, and I went back. So this is over about, I guess it's the third week. And I
Okay.
ended up seeing a different doctor. So there's different doctors in this practice. And this Yahoo told me that it was all in my head, that there was nothing wrong with me. Oh, you can walk, you just don't want to.
Watch it. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so basically I'm crazy and I left crying because like who the hell wants to go to a doctor and be told something horrible like that? So
Oh.
then I started falling. So I went back to my doctor, and again, it was a different doctor. But she was amazing. And she's like, why aren't you going to emerge? And I'm like,
Mm.
why would I? Like, this is my doctor. And she's like, yeah, but didn't your doctor tell you to go to like the Emerge, like the last guy, the Yahoo? And I was like,
Yeah.
nope. And she's like, okay. So she writes a letter and she's like, take this to Emerge.
Mm.
And later that day, I wasn't quite diagnosed that day. The emergency room doctor came in and said, yeah, we're like 90% sure
Yeah.
mess. Like, so at that point, I thought my life was over. I thought
Yeah.
I was going to lose my license. If I lose my license, I have to do a lot of driving for work. I have to see clients. I have to go to other agencies. I have to like travel across the province sometimes. So I thought, yeah, I'm done. That this is it. It's over.
Yeah.
And they asked me to come back the next day for CAT scan. That's when they finally like did the final diagnosis. And I started crying, and I talked to my doctor and said, like, my life's over. And he's like, no. And I said, but you're going to take my license. He's like, no. He's like, we're going
Yeah.
to give you prednisone. We're going to get you, because at that point, I couldn't even sit up straight because I would slouch so bad. I had no core strength whatsoever.
Oh,
And
gosh.
I couldn't stand on one leg. I couldn't walk in a straight line. I couldn't even walk backwards. I can't jump. To this day, I still can't jump.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's weird. But to look at me today, you wouldn't know that I have it. But there are
No,
days,
you wouldn't.
right? So, but when I film on good days. I don't film when I'm feeling, poopy or anything like that.
Yeah.
And, some days are really fantastic and you wouldn't know. And other days, like Kevin can tell, when I'm starting to feel like I'm messy, like I'll say, my arms feel heavy. And when that happens, that means something's happening. And eventually I'm going to start sounding like I'm drunk. I'll start slurring my words. Sometimes it's a fun party trick because I'm a blast at times. But other times it's pretty scary for people to watch.
No, that would be definitely scary. I know from your videos you had said that they had whenever you have your major bouts that they go ahead and they give you the prednisone, but also how they wanted you to go on another medication to stay on, and at that point you weren't able to go ahead and be on that because of the insurance not covering it. Is
Yeah.
that, are you still that situation is happening now?
Yeah, I'm on nothing right now. It's $25,000 a year. And so it's either do I live in my car and not have an appointment
Yeah.
or go on this medication. My MS hasn't progressed. I don't think. I know it's kind of hard to tell without having an MRI machine right here too to tell me the
Yeah.
imaging or anything like that. But yeah, that's okay, Kara. So yeah, it's hard. So when they diagnosed me, they put me on prednisone. So that was 1,000 milligrams a day for 5 days. And if no one's been on prednisone, it doesn't affect everybody the same way. Different medications affect different people differently. And it was very polarizing. 1 minute I'd be okay, and then hair would fall off, and I would lose my mind. I am not a good candidate for long-term prednisone whatsoever. I got into an altercation in a parking lot
Oh my
because
gosh.
somebody but they had, let's be straight, they had purposely hit my car with a grocery cart. So I was mad. So, and I'm normally pretty calm and I can keep myself together, but I absolutely lost it on that person. I was screaming bloody murder at them. But it also didn't help that there was someone there saying that it was pointing to that guy and egging it on. So, but they had my back in the end of it because, they were the witness and everything. But yeah, I've only been on it twice. And I'm very happy that I haven't had to go on it since.
Which is good. And I know that you're saying that you're using a lot of more natural, more homeopathic, not remedies, but, things that help you, with your day-to-day life.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
I bet you there's a lot more out there than we know.
Well, mainly the number one thing for me with managing my MS is managing my infections. So bladder infections do crazy things to me, and each infection seems to do different things. When I get a bladder infection, when I get any infection, my body vibrates and I can feel it. My legs shake the whole bit. I feel it from the inside out. But with bladder infections, it does this weird thing with my hands and my feet. So with my feet, so let's say this is my foot right here. What it'll do is it'll curl and then twist. And then the same thing with my hands. So my hands, I have actually scars. You won't be able to see it, but I have scars on the inside of my palms from my nails because my hand will turn into a fist really, really tight, and then my arm will twist.
Whoa.
It's crazy. And lately, for the latest infection that I had, what happens is if I'm holding something and my fingers are like straight out, they'll stay straight out and I can't bend them. It takes a few minutes to bend.
Whoa.
It's a weird feeling.
That is very weird. But I mean, the good thing is that everybody knows, you said your job is very accommodating for you. They are understanding, and everybody is looking out for you. So, if you're not noticing it, at least they're noticing it. And they're like, hey, and you're listening to them. You're like, okay, you need to go lay down. You need to relax. So, you're not fighting them.
Oh, exactly. As soon as I have any feeling of heaviness in my shoulders or my arms, I go to bed. And sometimes if I just sleep, even if it's just for a couple of hours, I wake up and it's like nothing happened.
I know, it's so weird. I do know that you're doing a new series on your channel about your favorites.
Yes.
Can you tell everybody about that?
Right. So I have something that I'm sorry, my computer keeps moving. It's on a little swivel thing. So I'm doing a favorite series of, I'm just naming and talking about a few of the favorite things that I'm loving at the moment. And my first one was about face wash that I really like. And then my second one was about toners. And my next one's going to be about foundations because I think, I'm 45 now and I don't want to say I'm middle-aged, but because I don't feel it, but my skin is changing all the time. So the foundations that I would have been wearing 2 years ago aren't working for me anymore. They're looking very cakey, and it's also about, changing the way that I use foundations and stuff like that. And sometimes I don't need a foundation. Sometimes I just like using a concealer and using that as my foundation.
Oh, I wish I could do that. I got too much hyperpigmentation going on. I have to hide that, suckers. It's like, nope,
Yeah, I get it really badly, like right here.
Yeah, mine are right over here and over here in this spots. Yeah, I got big amounts. One is getting worse and one is getting a little bit better. So we'll see what happens with that.
Have you tried Ulla Hendrickson's oh my God, it's a dark spot toner.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah, it's really good. You can buy a sample of it to see if it works, but I find that it's been happening like whenever I get acne, which hasn't been that often because of the actual way that I've been washing my face, which is kind of different now. I haven't been getting as much acne, but when I do, there's like a scar, and it's not from picking or anything like that. It just doesn't go away. And using the H2O dark spot toner has like been a game changer.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that. I know I got from Mario Brodesky. I got a toner that has the grapefruit and stuff, and it's supposed to help with the hyperpigmentation.
Oh,
So,
good.
because mine is more hyperpigmentation from
Yes.
hormonal,
Yeah.
and so as I've gotten older, I mean, I'm 50, so and it's just in the
No.
last, yes, I just turned
No.
50.
Really?
Yes, 50 years old.
Oh my God, I thought you were way younger than me.
Nope, 50 years old. I'm older than you.
Well, you don't look it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. But yeah, no, I've been trying to get rid of this, and it's just stubborn as all heck. So,
Mhm.
um, so I do know. I saw in some of your teas. I love your reviews and your teas. I'm like so amazed about how all the little gadgets that you get. And so I'm just like amazed by them. I'm like, oh my gosh, where did she get that little thing at? So it's just like, and I just saw your box for the David Tees monthly, and you got a lot of stuff in that. It wasn't just the
Yeah.
teas; it was the 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 gadgets that go with the tea, so you can make your tea and stuff.
Mm.
So I'm just like, woohoo! So
Yeah.
as an unboxing channel or a review channel, what are the hurdles that you've overcome?
Oh. Oh, a lot
Yeah.
that I'm still working through. Like anybody on YouTube, it's such it's a discombobulating experience being on YouTube because in regular life, most people aren't on camera for everything. And then to openly be very vulnerable on
Mm,
YouTube is scary because we all have flaws that some flaws aren't as noticeable and some people have huge flaws and that they think they're flaws but other people think
yeah.
that it's beautiful
Yeah.
and it's a psychological like mind thing that you
Yeah.
have to really really get over. And for me in the beginning it's the sound of my voice. I'm not a fan of it, but I don't
Oh,
think
your
anybody
voice is
likes
great.
listening to their voices or anything like that. um, I don't have perfect teeth, so that was
Mm,
always a hurdle to get over. Like everybody has things. I have a big
yeah.
nose. I have a double chin. Sometimes my hair is a jerk. Like
Yeah.
it's it's hard, and
Mm,
getting into the mindset of saying you're okay,
yeah.
you're fine. And I do suffer from depression.
Mm,
I haven't been making it super known lately, but I've been
mm,
getting more comfortable with it. I've had it all my life, and
mm,
anybody who experiences it knows that some days are good and some days are bad
yeah.
and some days are horrendous. And
Mm,
I was scared that YouTube was going to really make that worse, that I would get a comment about my face or my nose or my teeth, and
mm,
I would lose it and I
yeah.
would feel humiliated and as though I can't be on YouTube.
Mm,
But you get over that fairly quickly. It's a
yeah.
huge hurdle that anybody goes through. And self-confidence, men have self-confidence issues. The
Yes.
perfect woman has
Yes. Definitely.
self-confidence issues. We all have them. It's really about learning how to deal with it and
Mm,
figuring out, how to do it. I think
mm,
getting over the fact of numbers matter, but
yeah.
they don't they're not the facilitating factor in your life or your channel. You
Yeah.
can't quit your channel because one video has 20 views. You
Mm,
can't, because we don't know when that video is going to skyrocket. We don't know which one of our videos is going to go viral
yeah.
for any reason. And you just have to keep going. Consistency is key. Um, like I had to get over the fact of there's going to be days that I can't film. Even though I plan for that day that I need to
Mm,
film, there's going to be days that I can't do it. And I have to say to myself, it's okay because you can do it tomorrow or the next day
yeah.
or the next day after that. Balance. I would love for this to be my full-time job, but I have a full-time job where people depend on me. I have a family that depends on me. I have a 15-year-old daughter who needs to learn balance and to know that she can't work herself into the ground and still be healthy, right? So
Yeah.
those have been major hurdles, I think, for me.
Yeah, no, it is. I think a lot of people don't realize how much work you do have to put into your YouTube channel to make it go, to grow so fast. If you could do it organically and just, little here, little there, but it's a lot of work.
It is.
you
But
know?
it's the hard work does pay off in
Mm,
very weird ways. Like recently, I was watching a video by Gia Goodrich,
mm,
and I left a comment because it really resonated with me.
mm,
And for one thing, I couldn't believe she ended up loving the comment, but she actually responded to it. And
mm,
in the comment, it sounds like she actually went to, I think she's like 90 something thousand views or
mm,
subscribers. And it looked like in the comment that she had gone to my channel because she's like, you have such an amazing energy.
mm,
And even having somebody who's a way bigger YouTuber than I am turn around and comment and say, yes, that's right. You've amazing energy. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
yeah.
That little thing was enough to perk me up for the day and to even work harder on my channel, just to have somebody else
Mm,
recognize it and say that I'm doing a good job. So for everyone out there, just remember the comments that you leave and the encouragement that you give, that's the warmth and the
mm,
nutrients that a smaller channel or a bigger channel needs. And you
mm.
never know what that kindness and authenticity really does for other people.
Oh no, definitely. I always tell everybody when I thank so much for Chuba Chat, for you, that everybody in the community here has helped me out so much. And there have been times that you even said, "Oh, Michelle, yeah, you're doing this, but make sure you're don't wear yourself out too
Mhm.
much, and make sure you're you know just relaxing and take it easy." And it's like, no, it's true. You
Like
know.
there's nothing wrong with taking a day and
Mm,
filming however many videos you can. I
yeah.
always suggest binge filming and binge editing because when it comes up and if you have a set schedule that you
Mm,
upload, if you binge film and edit and batch upload,
mm.
it's okay for you to take that day off because you've already put in the work and it's already ready.
Yes, no, I try to do 2 weeks ahead if I can. It
Mhm.
just depends with unboxings, though. I have notification boxes are coming. So I
Yeah.
have no boxes until they come in. So I
Mhm.
got to come up with something else in order to fill those little gaps.
Well,
so,
can I give you some advice?
mm,
Okay, so what I did was on a Google Drive, I can even send you like a copy type of thing.
mm,
What it is, it's like an Excel spreadsheet and
yeah,
it's ideas for films.
mm,
So there's unboxing, there's lifestyle, there's beauty. Those are my categories that I have for it.
mm,
But I make sure that there's evergreen content that I can film anytime. And
mm,
then when I'm having a time where like a box is late, then I
uh-huh.
have something that I can fill up. I have like 200 and I think I'll look it up right now. It is,
Ooh.
I think it's 224. Yeah, 224 ideas on that. And 51 of those videos have been released.
Whoa.
So, and it's just a bunch of filming ideas of especially if you have stuff that you already have. Like
yeah.
I love Avant skincare, so I have all of these different products that I'm using. So I'm going to make
Mm,
a video of Avant skincare, the products that I really love. So that
cool.
way it's not something that I have to spend extra money on. It's nothing that
Yeah.
I have to wait for. It's content that's already here. Review, I know
Yeah.
that when you interviewed Janae's Corner, you were showing her a light or a camera.
Hmm.
Do a review on it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right? Do a
yeah.
review of your camera, do a review of your laptop or your
Uh,
computer. there's so many things. Or even talking about the top five apps I can't live without.
That's true.
There's just
Yeah.
start thinking of ideas like that that cost zero money.
I keep on saying I need to take out more of all this stuff that's back here and just, do something different. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's I think with unboxing, and I don't know if you've noticed that. And the other day, Patrick from Cheetah will have Cheetah will view. He asked the same question, and I told him that it's unboxing is very. There's a lot of people that unbox boxycharm. There's a lot of people that unbox Ipsy,
Mhm.
and you need to be the first one to have it up for
It
your
feels like
views.
that.
Yeah, I mean, how do you deal with that? I mean, are you getting your notification, you run home and you're like, okay, let me get that box up? Or are you like, okay, well, I'll get to it. It's there. I know it's, a few days later. How do you deal with that?
It depends on how I'm feeling that day. If I have a lot of work that day,
Mm,
so what I do is I work during the day, and then right after I'm done, if I have the energy, I'll film. Or I'll
mm,
film on the weekends, or I'll like set a day because I can move my hours around like a little bit, where
uh,
I'll say, okay, so what I'll do is I'll work until 12 and then I have a break until 3 and then I'll start working again, just so that
okay.
I can kind of balance that. But the one of the things that I love about BoxyCharm is that it seems that there's so many different variations.
Yes.
So I like watching you and I love watching Corinne because you guys
Mm.
have different variations than me. So it's like, oh, so and sometimes like we all put them within days of each other.
Mhm,
So that adds to the mystery and the excitement of it because there are so many different ones. That
mhm.
way I don't feel like I need to get mine up there immediately because it's not like every box is the same. So that kind of takes the pressure off, I think.
Yeah, I tend to find that I'm trying to find different new boxes. Do you have any new boxes that you've been thinking about getting, or you're happy with the ones that you have now?
There's so Kevin found a site and I can't remember what it's called. Kevin?
Uh, crate joy.
Yes, that's it.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
That has so many different
Mm,
different kinds of subscription boxes that I'm kind of interested in trying and I probably will do it.
mm,
But I don't know. It's I love unboxing, but I
mm,
seem to kind of stay in the BoxyCharm, David's tea.
mm.
I recently ordered from Colourpop, so kind of branching out into that now, been enjoying
Uh,
that. But yeah, I think I will do Craigjoy. Yeah, that's why I asked you to come out so you could tell us what that site was.
Oh, great joy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Michelle.
forgive me while I
yeah.
hijack the interview here. Hi, everyone. Yeah,
Hi.
Great Joy is a website that allows you to see hundreds, if not maybe
Mhm.
even by now thousands of different monthly subscription boxes. And then they often have discount codes and stuff like that. So it's greatjoy.com.
Mm.
So there you go.
Yes, I just had it. I have it up right now. I'm looking at this wax melt sampler subscription box. And
Oh,
yes, it looks really good because it's $5.91 a month, and you get the different samples of wax, like
oh,
bubblegum flavor. I mean, they have so many different scents, and they've gotten good reviews. So I've been looking at the reviews too before you even join up on it. You could see how people rate it, because some of them, if you're going to give, unfortunately for me, if you're going to give me my box, a month late, it doesn't help me. So,
exactly.
and
I
I'm
wouldn't mind
looking,
trying. I'm sorry, I wouldn't mind trying a box for the cats.
they do have that too. And I was just looking on there, they had one for Halloween. I think I'm going to get something Halloween themed. I don't
Oh,
know. Yes.
That's a fantastic. Yeah, so I guess get it this month so that you can make sure that you get it in time.
Yes. Trying to think ahead, but you never know. So, do you have any new adventures or new series that you have in your head, or anything new that you're going to be doing with your channel?
Yeah, so this is actually kind of off brand for me. So I'm not sure if
Mm,
it's going to be like a disaster or not. I don't think
mm,
it will. Um, Everybody that knows me knows that I love cooking and baking and stuff like that.
mm.
But right now, that really is on hold for me, and
Okay.
actually everybody in the house right now. Kira was diagnosed with gallstones. She has a
Oh,
7 millimeter
gosh.
gallstone right now,
Ooh.
and obviously it can't pass because it's too big to
Yeah.
go through the tube or whatever you
Mm.
want to call it. So she
Ooh.
has
It's big.
been in a lot of pain,
Yeah.
and right now she's not. And we've
Mm.
been controlling it with diet, and that means very little fat. And by
Yeah.
little fat, I mean no more than 3 grams of fat per meal. I don't know
Oh,
if anybody knows how hard that is. It
that's
is
hard.
brutal.
Yes.
So we've all been changing our diets, and I've had to come up with some, pretty creative cooking
Mm.
and salads. And at one point, Kira looked at both Kevin and I and said, I'm just so sick of salads. And, that's heartbreaking because
Yeah.
we can't say, okay, we'll make you a burger. No, we
No,
can't.
you can't.
So even like veggie burgers, they're 4 grams of fat.
But yeah.
We do that once in a while because we have zero fat bread that she can use as a bun. And if
Okay.
she doesn't have anything else with like a lot of fat that day, then we'll let it slide, but nothing more than that. We don't do 5 grams. We don't do 6. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
We did 6 grams one time and Kira ended up in the hospital the next day. So,
Oh yeah, I know.
but there's only 2 dressings that I found on the market that's fat free, and I
Mm.
always make my own salad dressings, and I can't now because I can't use olive oil. So it
Yeah.
it's changed the way we cook, it's changed the way that we eat, and we've gotten pretty creative with it. So I've been thinking about doing some recipes, doing some videos of the things that we make that are 3 grams of fat or less per meal.
Oh, that would be really interesting. I would definitely be watching that. It's like, yeah, you have to get creative, and so it's just like, ooh. And I hear your pizza's really good, so but
Yeah,
you
we
can't
haven't
have
had
it
pizza for
now.
a very long time, and it'll be
Yes.
a while. The greatest thing about pizza is, we don't add a couple toppings. Like
Mm.
I make sure that pizza is heavy, and it's not heavy with cheese, it's heavy with meat and vegetables. And
Mm.
we we can't do that. We can't even have vegetarian pizza because of the cheese. So it's
Yeah.
you know,
That's a big change.
yeah.
But it's for a good reason and a good, way, so she's not in pain anymore. So,
Yeah. And it's not
yeah.
permanent. It's just
Yeah.
until she has surgery.
Yeah. When is she going to have?
We're waiting for a call from the surgeon. It's going to take a while because, as you know, working in healthcare,
Mm.
everything is backed up because of the pandemic, right?
Oh,
And if
yeah.
we go into another lockdown, expect another thing. So it could be a year.
Whoa, that's
Mm.
terrible. But if she goes to the emergency room and she's in that much pain, wouldn't they do it then?
No, no, only if she's throwing up will they do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know. That's just crazy. I lucked out that I had mine done quite some time ago, and it was just a smooth thing.
Mhm.
I had 2 episodes. I had one that I had to go to my parents' house, and I had to stay there because I couldn't drive,
Yeah.
and I had my son, and it's like, no, I had to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, I was home. I lucked out that I was at home when it started. And after that, I said, I'm not going to take any more chance of it getting, having this done again. And what if I'm in the car and it starts and I have my son and
Yeah.
we're in the middle of nowhere? It's just like I said, no, just take it out. But
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems afterwards. I wish I was
No.
like some people who then couldn't have the fats and they couldn't have certain things. No, my stomach is like a steel of iron or something. It's just like, nope, didn't do anything to me. So,
Mhm. Well, I had
but
it too. I had
mm,
it out after Kira was born. So I'm quite short. My torso is very
mm,
short. And so when I was pregnant, I wasn't big this way. I was big
um,
this way. So um, from behind, you would never have known that I was pregnant. But once you walked up beside me, you knew. So she was 23 inches long.
oh my gosh,
In
she's
and she was
tall.
10 pounds, half an ounce. So she was a big baby, yeah.
That
And
was a big
C-section,
baby.
yeah,
Ooh, that was
C-section.
a big baby.
And so there, as you know, for those who don't know, when a woman is pregnant, the organs move to make room for the
Yes.
baby. And because there was absolutely no room, like Kira was born at 38 weeks, and so there's no room.
Mm,
And what happened was my gallbladder became deformed. So
mm.
for me, I started having these pains in my back and my side, and I was having trouble breathing. And that was 15 years ago that this happened. So when this happened to Kira, I didn't even clue in that it could be
Yeah.
the bladder at all. But I had to have mine out. So they tried to do it with diet, but that meant I couldn't breastfeed because my body couldn't produce the fat because I couldn't have fat
That, yeah.
breast milk. So Kira
Oh,
was out of luck on that one, but she's
oh
fine.
my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, my son got a little bit of breastfeeding, but I had the C-section. 3 days later, they had to reopen me back up. And
Nice.
yeah, I was open all the way up. I had to have a wound vac in three times a week. I had home health come in to change the wound vac. I had to go
Oh my
into
God.
wound care. So I would have the I had to be hooked up to the machine. So I would be hooked up on one side and then trying to be hooked up on the breast pump the other, and I had to pump and dump because of all the heavy antibiotics that I was on. And I
Right.
just said, well, my son is fine. He was good without it. So I just have
Yeah.
videos. You'll see these straps wrapped around me. And that's my my pump, my wound vac bag. And
Yep.
it's just like, oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
now, if somebody was to ask you how, what should they do to start a YouTube channel? What would be the advice to you? What would the advice you would give to them?
So think about the niche that you want to be in, whether it's
Mm,
beauty, unboxing, how to, whatever. Start watching other channels. See how they do their videos and don't like use what you have. Don't go out and overspend and buy things you don't need thinking you
mm,
need this equipment to make a video. You need a
mm,
phone and you need a lamp. Learn how to make a set. Watch videos on how to film, how to make a video, how to edit, how to do everything. Just look up those channels, look up stuff that you want that's around your niche. Take lots and lots of notes. Have a dedicated notebook that you use for doing notes of you know certain videos. So you write down the video that you saw, who it was by, and
mm,
what you would change if it was you doing that video. I would have a blank background, or I would have a busy background, or I would have brighter lighting, or I would talk about this. I wouldn't talk about that. I would not
mm,
spend so much talking about this or that or the other thing. Do your research. It's doing your own research. It is time consuming, but it
mm,
pays off exponentially. Get to know other creators because that is your community. And don't be a selfish creator. Don't go
mm,
into like growth streams and expect everybody to, instantly gravitate towards you and only be with you, and for them not to expect for you to give back to them. So
yeah.
always give more than you expect to receive. Kindness is free. Don't be
Mm,
rude. Don't be a jerk. Even if you don't believe, someone, let's say I'm putting on lipstick and someone were to say, that's like too orange, or you don't suit that color, don't say
Yeah.
that. Just don't
Yeah.
say anything. But be smart about what you say. Be very thoughtful about how you want to be portrayed. So
Mm.
if you are okay with swearing and that doesn't bother you, then by all means, do that. But for me personally, I don't swear on my channel. Mainly for me, I have a 15-year-old daughter, so I don't think that's the greatest thing. Do I swear off camera? Yes, I do. But I'm normal. But
Yeah.
because my channel is my name, and the fact that I talk about Epilepsy Niagara,
Mm.
if I have a funder, like I advertised this today, if I have a funder that saw this on my Facebook page and is here and is like, I don't know if we think that this is a great representation for our organization, they might take the funding away. So it's just a really, like, I'm doing what's right for me and my channel. I think other people have to do the same. There is no right or wrong. Also think about eventually that day that you start getting sponsorships and monetization, because that's important. You don't want to, you don't want to bend to the will of every single sponsor. You don't want to change yourself to suit a sponsor. You want sponsors to be attracted to you for you. So you have to be very mindful of that when you're doing your channel.
Yeah, I don't think boxycharm will ever take me as a, give me PR, because I love him sometimes, hate him this other times. I will say it. It's just like, oh my gosh, what's in this box?
Well, you're honest though.
Yes, but you have to be. It's like, just like you said, you have somebody, even when you tell people about your favorites and you're telling them, this is my favorites, this is how it's working on me. You're not telling everybody, well, go out and, get this, $2, thing right over here. It's going to change your life. It's going to change, and, and it doesn't work, And so, yes, I think, like you said, as expressing your views, especially in your boxes and stuff, you have to be, this is my opinion, and not have everybody like, ooh, go out. Because that's what happened with me when I first started. I think I went ahead and watched so many unboxes, and everybody mentioned this product and that product. And I was like, oh, I got to run out and go get it. And it's like, you spending so much money. And it was just like, you get it. And I used it once, and it was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I have lines in that spot, and you have to be kind of careful what you say, on your channel. You have to be neutral.
Yes,
like Switzerland.
Absolutely. And especially when sponsors start reaching out to me. So I've had a few reach out to me now, and they'll say, like, the recent one was, they said that they love my channel, they love my energy and all that kind of stuff. And they asked me if I wanted to try their product. And I was like, well, I will try the product. I would love to, but also remember, it's going to be an honest review. I'm not going to say this will change your life when it didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I would say whether or not it was a short-term, long-term, or still working on it type of thing.
Yeah. So how have you been? Have you noticed that? I know getting emails and stuff from possible sponsors. How are you telling the difference between somebody who is just trying to get your money versus somebody who's really going to be a true sponsor?
So I've had a couple of people say that they want me to buy something from their Amazon store, review it, and they would reimburse me. For me, that's too much of a risk for me. So I will say, I'm sorry, I'm just not in that position in my channel to be able to afford doing that. And please feel free to reach out to me, down the road, and we'll see. And if they're serious, Google it. See if there's any bad reviews. If people say, no, they're con artists, don't believe them, don't talk to them. So I just like to do like a bit of research. But the number one thing that I do is always I send the email to Kevin. I'm like, what do you think?
So have you tried to contact people to ask them for sponsorship? And what have you done? No?
No.
No?
I'm the absolute worst. My personality is I'm very shy, believe it or not. I'm very quiet. I should reach out to companies. I just don't know how to do it. So maybe I need to YouTube that, like search it or talk to other people that have done it, because I just don't want to be that, like the rejection. I think that's my biggest fear with that is rejection. And to, I don't know what's going to send me into a downward spiral. So I'm just like, reach out to me, I'll do it. But I think now that with confidence building, I think it's time that I start doing that. In fact, I think it was you on one of your videos talking about, or no, it was a live talking about reaching out to PR. Oh, it was on Have Cheetah Will View.
Yep.
I was on that live where you're talking about that. And I don't know why, like it literally hit me in the face with, what? You can do that? I never knew that you could do that.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing that they're going to do is they're going to say no. I mean, Yes Style, I asked them a long time ago. I must have been like only at 300. And I had asked them, could I go on the PR list? And that's all I asked them. I was like, oh, I got a small but growing YouTube channel. I do unboxes. This is my name. If you have a PR list, I would love to get put on it. And Yes Style got back to me and said no. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not big enough. I was like, all right. And all of a sudden, they just put me on their list right now. They sent me an email. And I was like,
incredible.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So I have just got one of their products in, which I haven't, it's been sitting here. I haven't read it yet. I know. Don't tell Yes Style. Don't tell them. Yeah, but they give you, but Yes Style works different. You make a commission. So.
Wow. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so these are pads that they're masks, but you just put it over here around. They're shaped like little pads, and you just put them on your face, and it helps with dehydration for the mask. That you're getting dry and stuff with. So I need to really wear them. I haven't, because I've been waiting, because just like you, I don't want to tell everybody, hey, I put it on, and after I do the video and I break out in this rash and I have green stuff and growing off, I have, green hair coming out or something. I don't know. I wouldn't want anybody to do that. It's like that would be my no, I wouldn't want anybody to do that. Unless you want green hair coming out of your face, then fine.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, you never know about some of these things, but no, you should definitely go ahead. Even have Kevin go ahead and write emails on your behalf. You don't even have to see the rejection ones. A lot of times they don't even say nothing to you. It's like I put out stuff, and it was Diana Brianna Fairchild. She was the one who said, how do you know unless you do it? It doesn't hurt to try. All I'm going to do, I'm not going to be any better off or worse off if they say no to me than if they say yes to me. So I think you should do it.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yes, you do really great reviews. I love your reviews. You're very very neutral on everything. You explain in a lot of details, about the product and some of the benefits and stuff like that. I would think you would do really, really good.
Thank you. I will. You're my inspiration. So when it comes in, you're going to be in that video saying, I would have had this if it wasn't for Michelle.
See, no, you just got to do it. And I only do, like I said, I send them my info. I find their company info, even some of the boxes, and I'll say, hey, if you have a PR list, I give them my YouTube name, and and give them their email, and we'll see what happens.
That's great.
Yep, that's all you could do. But I think you do good doing that. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see the cooking too. I'm like, woohoo! I need to find some recipes and incorporate some of those, even if I don't do all of it, but to incorporate one part into a meal. Then you cut something out, which is really good.
Exactly.
So it's just like, yay, woohoo. So I know you had a series some time ago, a long time ago, and it was, let me get the right name so I'm not making things up. And it was a live stream that you had about your voice on YouTube. Are you going to be doing any more like that?
Yeah, I really do miss doing it. So I did 2 episodes, and it just became where, so that was the summer. So heat does horrible things to me. And so it becomes very unpredictable with my MS. So it just became where, I was doing it on Wednesdays, and then Wednesdays just wasn't working for me. And it just, it just didn't work out. I do want to redo it because I think it was a great avenue for people to learn and to be encouraged, because I think now more than ever, especially with the pandemic, there's so many new channels because of the pandemic. I think we were all working at the same time on our channels during this crazy time. And there was a lot of people on YouTube, and I think it's great to have a series like that where we can learn together, not just me telling people, but to talk about how to get your voice on YouTube, how to be yourself, how to be comfortable on camera. And I think that's important, but I think a lot of it is that I let my confidence or lack thereof really affected it, because I started thinking that, oh, maybe people don't care about that. People, I think people are more interested in seeing Kevin, that he's more value for the dollar than me. And, it's just a horrible kind of hallway to walk down, and I shouldn't be doing that, because I can't compare myself to Kevin. He's so amazing, but he's not me. He doesn't, his online personality is different than mine. So, I'm silly, and he's very professional and very straightforward. And I'm the one that trips and falls on camera and burns my hand and puts a frozen package of wieners on my hand because it was burned. So that's me. So.
But that's the fun part of it. It's just you. It's like everybody knows when they come to my lives, or if they see me live, that I talk and keep on talking, and I can go on for hours. And it's the joke around when people talk about, oh, Michelle's live streams, they're going to go on for 7 hours.
Diary.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, but half the time my mic stops working, I go blurry, I get frozen. I mean, it's just what it is. But I think you should. I think that would be very interesting to hear from you, your perspective, because yes, you hear things from Kevin, and he has that, but you as a content creator, doing the reviews and the boxes and things along that line, to hear from you certain things that you've learned, and tricks and kind of things like that. That's always interesting to hear from too, where he has a different perspective on it, because he's looking at those analytical, the numbers, this, that.
That's not me.
I still look at mine and I'm like, what does that mean? What does it mean? Where do you mean I could find where this is going and what the best time is? I have no idea. So, but yes, I think you're right. After a certain point, you can't be looking at your numbers anymore, because it does get very frustrating. It gets you just get, this is it. Nothing's ever going to happen. I know the other day somebody was asking where another one of the channels were, and I haven't seen them either. And I don't know if they've just stopped because, that first 100, that first 200, you know, is so hard to get.
It is.
I mean, you guys were just very, I mean, I started, I think, with Tuber Chat when I had about 40 people or 50 people, and you guys kept on encouraging, don't worry, it'll come, it'll come, it'll come. And it's like, yeah, it came. So it's like, I never thought I would even think about getting monetized, you know. It's just like, I mean, how long did it take you to go from when you got serious to go
3
ahead?
months.
3 months? Oh my gosh.
No, sorry, 5 months. 5 months.
5 months. How did you do it with your hours? I know hours are the hardest thing.
So, for one thing, putting out regular content like really helps. It helps when you put content out that's more than 5 or 6 minutes. Have short videos, like 2 minutes or so, for people to easily connect with you with. But for like real content, really make sure you're going past that 5-6 minute mark, and make several different playlists. Make a short one, make a medium one, make a long one, and have one that has everything. And that way you can, you know, swap playlists with other people. And that's how I did it, was swapping playlists with friends. And, you know, it's really true, especially with when Kevin says it's an opportunity to make friends and connections. But, you know, when I look back on stuff like that, like I remember when I got 1,000 subscribers, it was on the Keto Girls live stream. She was like, okay, everybody, let's go. Let's get it to 1,000. And it did. It happened. And basically the same thing happened with playlists. I just was regularly swapping out playlists with everyone. And you're not only doing a favor, yes, that's great, but then you don't have to watch every single minute of everybody's videos in a playlist. But sometimes I did, and I certainly learned a lot from other people that I didn't know that I would have in common, or you know, learning about gluten-free diets. And it's not necessarily only for people that are gluten-free, but it's about, you know, a certain lifestyle change, or learning about makeup and skincare, and about things that you never thought that would matter to you. It's you know, you're making friends with people across the world. And I don't know, I'm not much of a social person in person, but on YouTube I feel like I've made so many friends. I don't feel very lonely.
I am the same way. You get me in a new crowd of people. I really don't know them. I am the girl sitting in the back in the corner. I am the quiet one. I will observe before I make any comments. And you would not know that from me talking for 7 hours on the line. You know, it's just, it's just where I'm more comfortable at. So it's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy what it brings out in you. So would you say that from, if you were to watch your first video to compare to your latest video, what is the changes that you made to go from your first video to now?
I don't even know what my first video was. My first video MS, maybe?
No, I think your first video was your daughter. She was dancing.
So aside from like posting like Kira singing and being silly, oh yes, when she was 3, she was so cute. Oh my god. To doing like real videos. I think I'm more composed.
I think your first one was the tea time with
that was
tea time with TT and Claudia.
Yeah. Oh, that was so fun. I don't know. I think there was some growth, but I think I kind of maintained a level of evenness through it, maybe kind of going up. I just think I'm more confident now. I think I've definitely found my voice. I think in those I was very nervous. I think my lighting's improved. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with community and learning from everybody, and I don't know, getting that confidence from people. Like, I haven't been reading the chat, so I'm really sorry to everybody. I know Angie Poo asked a question about whether I eat meat. I do eat meat. I just really limit. Like right now, it's only chicken and fish and turkey. But yeah, beforehand, yeah, we were pretty big into meat. But Kira and I always used to have, well, we still do have vegetarian meals 2 or 3 times a week. But I do want to mention thank you to the How To Lady for saying earlier about integrity, and sponsors were like that. So thank you. But Scratch and Pete, I think with him, when he comments on my videos, he is so unbelievably thoughtful and encouraging.
Yes.
And it's people like him that leave those kinds of comments that keep us going. And it's not just me that he leaves those comments for. It's when you leave a super encouraging comment like that, it can turn a person from F this, I'm never doing it again. Like, what's the use? Nobody likes me, to, oh,
Yes.
somebody likes my stuff. So I think that that's really important. And I'm really sorry. I have brain fog and I completely forgot your question.
Does anybody have questions? That's what we want to know. Yes, Pete is awesome. So Jaden says, can you do live streams with no one there and a silent?
Pardon?
He says, can you do live streams with no one there and silent? So I guess silent live streams?
So Jaden, you know that some people do. And people have to do what's right for their channel. And I don't think it's for me or anybody to say whether it's right or wrong.
No, that is definitely true. I personally would probably not do a silent stream myself, so, but that's my preference. I know a lot of people who have, so. I'm just checking everybody. I'm watching them too. It's like I watch over here because I can't see over here because it's like a little itty bitty here. Yeah, that's how come these are still on. I was like, when I take it off, everybody notices my makeup. Otherwise than that, it's just like, why do I put it on? Because I have them on all the time. So, where would you say that? Where would you like to take your channel to?
That's an excellent question. So, I'm not in a rush for this to be my full-time job because like I have a career that I love very much, but organically, I would love it to go to a place that has some sort of worth that I'm giving back to the community. So eventually I would love to do tutorials, and that's an anxiety thing for me. It's something that I personally need to get over. Hundreds, thousands of channels are out there doing makeup and skincare tutorials, and for me, it's very debilitating because I'm like, oh, who wants to watch me do my skincare? Who wants to watch me do a facial? Who wants to watch me put on makeup? Because it's about self-worth and confidence and like a bunch of stupid things that I shouldn't be worrying about at all. But that's eventually where I want to get my channel too. I would love to do more reviews. I would love to do more sponsorships. So therefore, I'm going to work for it this week.
Yes.
I'm going to send out 5 emails. I'm going to start with 5 to different places about being on the PR list and see where it goes. And I can't expect anybody to just come to me. I have to work for it too. So
yes,
I would love to see my channel going out towards that way and branching off and having another channel that maybe is specifically for something outside of what I'm already doing now.
Okay. No, I see that. I tell you, you're gonna get some responses. You're gonna be like, okay, I did it, Michelle. I got some responses. All right. So, but okay. embarrassing question. What has been the most embarrassing thing that has happened on you, either on your video, a live stream? What has been the most embarrassing thing?
Oh, I don't think anything like really embarrassing has happened on a live stream. Oh, actually, it was a live stream. I can't remember if it was for me or someone else's. And somehow I was able to tell Kevin that I started to feel heavy, and I was already sounding drunk, and Kevin was like, "Okay, gotta quit." Like, end it
Yeah,
right there. Like I know it shouldn't be something to be humiliated about, but
yeah.
it was hard. In person, the humiliation I think would have to be that lady that like made the gesture that I was drunk
Drunk.
when
That's
I
so
was
cool.
when I had the MS.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't know somebody's story. Why would you
Yeah. Yeah,
do
exactly.
that? I mean, that's just crazy.
Mhm.
I know that Professor Fox and Dr. B says, do you have any plans to have more interviews or live streaming? Are you asking her that or me that? We have to wait to see that. And the question on my mind, how did you and Kevin meet? Because
Oh,
you guys are so adorable. I always watch and you like the little hearts at each other, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so cute.
well, that's quite the story. So I hope we have a few minutes. Kevin and I actually met. It's a long time ago now, over 26, maybe 27 years ago. He was my first love. I was
Yeah.
18, he was 22. He was a DJ. He was working at a radio station that was in the town next to mine. And my friend was crazy about this radio station. And, being teenage girls, we were like, let's go to the club. And so we got on a list to go to a club with the DJs at the time. And we met up with two of the DJs, and then Kevin was in another car with another DJ, and they pulled up beside us, and that's how we originally met. And then we went to this club in Oshawa, and Kevin was, I don't know if he was supposed to work because he really didn't, because he was with me all night, just dancing and hanging out. I didn't know that he liked me or anything like that. I thought he was there because he was babysitting us. I didn't think that he liked us at all. But yeah, so we hit it off, and then we started dating, and we were together for 3 months, and then we ended up breaking up because the radio station moved from Orangeville to Brampton. So he was never in the area anymore, and long distance for an 18-year-old and 22, it just doesn't work. So yeah, and we didn't have cell phones then, so it's not like you could even text or anything. And then he found me on Facebook and
Oh my gosh.
reached out to me, and I hadn't, well, we started dating again a few years after we broke up, and it didn't work. He went on a cruise ship to work, and then we just didn't connect after that again. But he found me on Facebook. He stalked me on Facebook, and he's very proud of that, and I'm very happy that he did. And it took a while before we went out on a date, but he played it cool because it was never that he wanted to take me out on a date. It was just that we were meeting up just to catch up. We're old friends going out for coffee. And I didn't mean to blow him off, but I had to cancel on him because of the bladder infection that I had that led to my diagnosis of MS. So I don't know if he really believed me that I was canceling because of the bladder infection. Like, it was bad. And then we made plans again, and I had to say no because I was in the hospital. And I don't know if he believed me, but he obviously eventually did. So I was diagnosed on September 1st, and then we went on our first meetup. Like, we were supposed to go out for coffee on October 3rd. And I was running late because I was working that night. And he said, "Can I trick you into having dinner with me?" And so I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And we went to Milestones. He says the story so much better than I do, but we went to this restaurant and Kevin was so mad at the server because he kept interrupting us and Kevin just wanted him to go away. He's like, he's hitting on you. So at this point, I didn't know that he liked me, like he was interested in me or anything like that. I just thought it was like, let's just catch up. Like, what's new, man? What's going on? I thought it was on the friendship tip. I didn't know it was anything until he texted me and wanted to do it again. And then we met up again and again, and eventually we were dating. So now 6 years later, we're together.
Oh my gosh. I'm waiting for bigger news one day to happen on Tuber Chat. And it's just like, something that goes on this finger right here. Hint, hint.
That'll happen.
You never know. But no, you guys are so good together. Even though I haven't seen you guys together like in a room and stuff, but the way that you guys both interact with each other, he's always very thoughtful when he talks about you, and the comments that you put in there, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I'm waiting one day to go do a meetup and for Corinne and for you and for Tuber. It's like, oh my gosh, I'd be so excited.
Well, I can probably just tell you that we'll just end up kissing the entire time. Like Kira, she's always trying to get between us and get off my mom. But
she seems to have a good relationship with him. So
they're best friends. They're so close. They're so silly together. She's got a good relationship with her dad. They love each other, and he's a good dad to her and everything else. But Kevin's the male role model for her, and he's so good to her, and he treats her just like his son. He doesn't treat her like a son. He treats her like the way he treats his son. So we're a very close-knit family. We love having Jeremy here when he comes, and we, as much as we can be with the family, we are together. But Kevin and I are in love, and we love holding hands and snuggling and kissing. And
I'm telling you, I always see the little hearts going out to each other, and I already know it's for him. And he'll look, and you'll see his face change when he sees the little little hearts and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, oh. Did you find it hard when you first, well, I'm a single mom, divorced. Did you find it hard when you guys first started dating, with your daughter? Or was it just something that just came natural because you knew him before?
Yeah, so it was really natural because Kevin's just naturally, people gravitate towards him. It's like he has this gravitational pull that people just are instantly like him and want to learn from him, whether it's YouTube or records or anything that he has to talk about. He's very charismatic, and I have a photo of I think it was the second time that Kevin and Kira were together. And they're playing Thumb Wars. And earlier that day, we were walking along the river, and I have a picture of them doing that. It's just them. There doesn't seem to be a Kevin without a Kristin and a Kira, or a Kevin without a Kira, or a Kevin without a Kristin. Like, it just seems so unbelievably natural. And with kids, Kevin's just really great with kids. And, when his nephew and niece were younger, Kevin would get down on the floor. I wasn't there. This is just from stories, but he was the uncle that got down on the floor with the kids and played games. And he would make up games with them that they still remember to this day. He's just such a great guy all around. In a minute, he'll give me $100. So.
Yeah. No, it like I said, you guys seem to have I see you guys bringing out the good in each other, bringing out, making you more adventurous where he is all over the place, you probably making him a little bit more calmer. I see you guys bringing, things out in each other, which is really, really good. So
I think we balance each other. So,
mm,
for those of you who don't know, Kevin and I are actually opposites. We don't have much in common. He
mm,
was a DJ. He was,
mm,
primarily a house DJ, house music. Like that wasn't me. I
mm,
wasn't like I've gone to clubs and I like them, but I didn't live and breathe them.
yeah.
He loves apps. When he's not on YouTube, he wants to be developing apps, and that type of thing just isn't me. That's not my
Mm,
mindset, right? But this is where YouTube really came in, and I guess really got me started was because it was an element for both of us to have something in common to talk about, and
mm,
more so is that he started like really getting into YouTube before I did. And he would be on growth streams, he would be on live streams, and Vern's Junk Closet, who
mm.
I absolutely love and adore. She was live and she is so much energy. And
Yeah, she does.
let's get it, let's go.
Yeah.
And he would have the volume on, and I'm like, who is that? Like, what is that? So I didn't understand live streams.
Yeah.
So and he talked about it so much, and I couldn't give value to that conversation.
Mm,
I couldn't relate to it at all. So I was like, oh, all right, maybe I'll just go on YouTube and see what it does. And then I did. And then I started making videos. And then, we'll talk about analytics, and he'll talk about, okay, so you know what? We got to up our games on our thumbnail. So let's do
yeah.
this. And
Mhm,
like it becomes a point of topic that we can
yeah.
talk about that I can relate to as well.
Yeah. Oh, which that's cool.
Mm,
It's like, yeah, so you guys meet on a even platform kind of like,
yes.
which is good because, everybody in a relationship always has their other joys and stuff, but you have to have something that you guys kind of like bond with in a
Mm.
sense. But you guys are, yeah, I could probably see you guys walking down the street like, oh, that's them, they're kissing over there, oh, that's them holding hands over there, oh my gosh. After a while I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah, doesn't care. I believe
So I'll be on the side with her doing the same thing. So but
it.
no, Professor B did ask if you were going to do any live streams or interviews.
For me,
Yes.
yes. So Kira's in the background. Yes, I do want to do live streaming. So I haven't done much live streaming. I should be, because live streaming is so much easier than filming and then editing and then releasing and then everything else. So, I really should, because I need the engagement on my channel, and I do want to start doing the interviews again because I haven't looked at them in a long time. But the other day I was looking at the one I did with Vern's, and it has like 900 and something views. Why aren't I doing that? So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I think I'm going to start doing it probably before October.
Okay. Hey, I'll be watching a lot of your live streams. I'll be keeping you busy like I keep Corinne. Sometimes she'll be on her thing and I'll be still sitting there talking. No, why are you going to go? Hey, hold on. Wait, I'm still talking.
You know what? And I have no problem of doing like a live train. Like, why don't we do live stream and then raid each other? Like, we should be doing that. We should be doing that with our premieres. I should be a better creator and supporter in doing that. So yes, I will be
No,
doing that.
I think it's kind of hard because I try to get to a lot of people's live streams and there's so many doing it all at the same time. And you're like, okay, who do you go to first? And it's just like, wait, if you go to this one and if they see you that you were there and not in there, it's just like, oh my gosh, which one do you go to? Because there'll be days that there'll be people. I bet you there's probably 10 people already on live streaming right now while I'm talking to you. It's just like,
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's hard. And like if you get with a creator, let's say I was going live. So I'm the type of person that when I go live, I pretty much just want to be on it for an hour.
Mm,
So, I'll go live first, and then you know what? Let's do Corinne's life. And then after Corinne's life, and then you go. So if we
mm,
schedule it, so I'm 5, you're 6, and then
mm,
Corinne's 9 or whatever,
mm.
it makes it kind of fun when we can do stuff like that when possible.
No, that is true. I think with my people have asked me about, because I want to do a panel on Sunday, live stream panel. But what my twist that I kind of like want to do, I want to get a bunch of people together, but it doesn't always have to be just on my channel. So let's say we do Sundays on my channel. Not everybody has to be there, but somebody could do Friday. And then we will go to their channel and do the panel over on their channel and talk about different other things there. I also want to try to bring not a content creator, but um, more of a supporter that doesn't have a channel. I want to get
Oh,
somebody up on my channel, and I
okay.
want to ask their opinions and what did they look for when they're watching their channels that they're following. Get their perspective
Yeah.
on YouTube versus me. That even though I watch other channels as a supporter, but I'm always a first and foremost a creator. So I'm always thinking that way. It would be interesting to have somebody who is just a supporter to get their opinion about YouTube and what do they look at and what are their what draws their attention to one channel versus another channel.
Yeah.
And I would like to get a few people like that. So it's just like,
I
but not just all my friends, people
Yes.
that I see, that will give an honest opinion. But I would love to go ahead and, like I said, I'm getting together a bunch of names and stuff. I'm going to be emailing people in in a um, a group, and
Mhm.
then putting out to everybody. Let's do live streams on everybody's channel. Share the love. It doesn't have to just be my
Exactly.
channel. It doesn't have to just be about a specific topic.
Mhm.
We could just talk about the weather, a storm that happened. Everybody will have a different thing on their channel that
Mhm.
they know they're more comfortable talking about versus others, and so that's what eventually I'm going to be working on. So another
That's
project for me to
great.
do. It's
Just
just like,
just be careful of people
mm,
that don't have a channel.
mm.
Make sure.
Yes, no, it'll be people that I have a few people that I see on my channel, on a lot of other unboxing channels and stuff that have been around for a
Oh,
long
good.
time, that they comment a lot. It would
Mhm.
be people like that I would,
That you
you
trust.
know, yes, I
Yeah.
wouldn't just go to a random person coming to my channel because I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
But
That can go
it would
bad fast.
yeah, it would be people that I've seen in other
Mhm.
lives and stuff like that, and their and theirs, they've commented over to mine. I've seen them. There would be people along that line. There probably will be like one or two people that I do know that don't have a channel, but do watch YouTube a lot and ask their opinion too. But I wanted to get a more of a biased opinion. So it's
That's a
just like,
great
but no,
idea for a
yeah.
series.
Eventually it will come. What did Sam just say? It's like next Saturday, my birthday. I see both you and Tuber Chat are streaming, which is why I'm doing 1 hour, then go to Tuber Chat, and then then to be on mine. So yes, he's gonna have a busy day, Sam, because it's his birthday.
Happy early birthday,
Yes.
Sam.
Anybody else has any other questions? Either about YouTube, either about her channel. You don't have your glasses on. I have to put mine. Tyrone is saying this is fun to watch. Yes,
Hey,
no.
Tyrone. And I saw that brown girl Bella was here earlier. Hi.
Yes, there's been quite a couple of people on here. I know Nikki had a run, so Michelle Babantu is here. There's quite a few people. I do know that and I don't know if you have Cooking with Miss Brown.
Yes, I love her.
But I love her too. I told you I wasn't gonna. You had your celebration for your birthday, and I was like, oh well, I'm not gonna do nothing. I don't really do. You're like, no, you got to do something, and I wasn't gonna do anything. And she went ahead and she left me on Instagram. She's saying happy birthday to me, and it just started. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go on. And so I came and I did my live stream. But I
Mhm.
thought that was so sweet of her. She is very, very supportive. Same thing.
Incredibly.
There's a lot of channels here that, like I said, I met through Tuber Chat, which I did other growth streams before, not knowing what they were,
Mhm.
and nothing had came of that. But I do understand you have to do it the right way.
Yeah.
You have to be supportive, you
Mhm.
know, because you need those views. And it's like half the
Mhm.
people that I probably had from earlier on, they probably never watched any of my videos.
Yeah.
If we didn't lose connection,
Mhm.
you know, it's like, but I didn't realize how hard it is to get those hours. It didn't really dawn on me. I was so focused on numbers,
Yep.
getting my numbers up, that you don't realize the harder part of it is getting those hours.
Yeah.
The numbers will
Yep.
come. It's
Mhm.
the hours that are going to go ahead and, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, it's just like,
Yeah.
no, that's just, that's what's killing a lot of people. I think that's why some people do the live stream silent, because they're thinking they're
Yeah.
getting hours. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know how well that works. Obviously, people are getting monetized for it, so
Yeah.
it works. But for me personally, when I want sponsors to see content on,
Mm.
not just, a live stream of nothing, because I want them to. I need a sponsor to see my personality for them to know whether or not I'm the right fit for them. And
Yes.
I think it's important for, content to be exactly that, and is content. But one thing that is becoming more and more important to me that I've noticed with my analytics is the average view duration. And
Hmm.
when you have people that are only watching a minute to 2 minutes of a video, that counts as, you're not getting the full watch time, and that hurts you. But also it's like, oh, what am I doing wrong that people are leaving? So with playlist buddies, you're upping that average view duration, because each person that you're doing a playlist swap with
Yeah.
is watching 100% of that video, so that average rate is going up. And you want that, you want your hours. Michelle, if I can ask, where are you on your watch hours?
I am right now at, I think, 2,176.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
going to run you.
I
You
think
don't
I'm
have to
over
run me
there.
or anything like
Mm,
that, but I'm
uh,
going to run you.
mm,
A couple weeks ago I ran Sam, so I'm going to run you starting
mm,
tonight, and let's get those hours up for you. And if anybody wants to swap, please
mm.
connect with my channel. Like, leave me a message on Instagram. It's Kiki_Welton, I believe. And if you want to
Yes.
swap playlists, I'll definitely do that.
Oh, the how-to lady says that she's have experienced the opposite. I get watch hours, but the numbers is a struggle. However, I love providing the content, if it helps one person. I've done my best. No, that is definitely true.
Yeah.
You have to love what you put out there.
Yep.
Just like Tutor yourself says, not you can't tell somebody what is good content and what is bad content.
Mhm.
It's just how you feel. But yeah, I don't want to come over here and be like, oh, here's another box. It's just this. And,
Yeah.
you know, okay, thank you very much. Goodbye. You know, it's just like I love, probably like you, getting that mystery. What's in that box? You know, what kind of surprise am I going to have? And unfortunately, I'm not very good at hiding my facial expression. So I'll look in the box and be like, oh man, not another box full of skincare. You know, I have to get a little bit better at that. It's just like, yeah. But no, I think you have to love what you do on here. It is a lot of work. I stopped at one point. I had about like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks that I completely just stopped. I stopped watching anything on YouTube. I just had to stop. I just had to take a break. And then because I was just getting so frustrated and I was just focused on the numbers because people were talking about the numbers. I was like, oh my gosh, the numbers. And I'm like, and I, you know, had boxes sitting here. I really didn't want to do them. I was just like, why should I do them? Nobody's going to watch. And finally, I just had to take that 2-week vacation, kind of like, and just not even think about it and whatever. I came back and I said, you know what? It doesn't matter. I came on here to show people the things that I love, the things that I got. You know, hopefully, like, it helps somebody. You know, somebody learns a little something, or, you know, hey, another single mom would be like, oh yeah, let me get that box, and I'd be like, oh no, it's terrible. You know, I mean, you know, it'll just, somebody will find some enjoyment from seeing me. You know, and it's just like, and just focused on doing that. You know, it's just like, have a good time. That's it.
And you also have to embrace yourself, because if you go into it saying that I'm not doing any videos until I know I can do it perfect the first time.
Yeah.
No, perfect really is boring, and perfect is impossible. So eventually it becomes that the things that you do wrong end up being your greatest bloopers. Like, a lot of my videos have bloopers in the beginning or the end, but you just really have to embrace your quirkiness and that you're different. And sometimes I get tongue twisted and you just have to go with it and add it into your videos, because believe it or not, I had a sponsor reach out to me, really more of a collaboration for me to try this coffee. And I said, okay, but like, some of my videos, I do bloopers. I can like not do bloopers for you if you don't think it's a good fit for your company. And he was like, no, please do it. That's one of the things that we really like about you, is that you're so funny. So I was like, okay. Great. So yeah, embrace it.
Yep, you definitely do have to. I tell everybody, I don't edit. I don't know if I'll ever learn how to edit. I don't think. I just do my box. I show you my thing. I fight with the bag, and I'm just trying to get the stuff out sometimes. And it's like, the struggle is real. It's like, it is what it is. And, you know, I think that's just how I'm always going to be. Except for I'm having fun trying to put things like little. I know how to drag a picture in so it'll pop up. I'm enjoying that. But that's about as much as I'm going to learn.
Yeah, it's the learning process, and you're supposed to have fun with learning how to edit and do things like so I remember the question that you asked me before was, what do you think of like your first videos compared to what now? And I think now it's really my editing. I've learned so much. A lot of it has to do with Kevin, but when I first was editing, I was using iMovie, and now I'm using Final Cut Pro, and I'm thinking that my videos are looking a little bit more professional, a little bit more well done. So, but if you aren't having fun with it, and if the whole thing is a frustration, find an alternative route to get your videos out, like you do, where you're not editing, or you're not editing very much, or you're only editing the beginning, or you don't want to have an intro. There's so many things that you can do. Nobody expects you to make a video, be able to edit it at professional quality, have all these super effects that you see other people doing, and transitions and everything else. Don't put that pressure on yourself, because that will make you not want to continue. That will make you want to quit.
Oh
Have some
yeah,
fun with
no.
it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I finally figured out how to do an intro. It's simple, it's easy, and that's about to the extent that I'm gonna go. But it's like
For
I'd rather
now.
go ahead and spend the time doing the box. The only thing I would love to learn how to do is to speed up a video because I would love to do more tutorials, makeup tutorials and stuff. But the ones that I've done have been so long, and I don't think, like you said, with the analytics, you want people to watch over 5 minutes, but you also don't want to lose them halfway in between. You want them to watch the whole video, and I don't want
Exactly.
to bore them, 4 hours later. But then also, I don't want to come up with one eye done and one eye not. Then I look crazy at the beginning. It's just like, where do you find that balance? It's just like, so I think eventually I'll probably be watching your tutorials first and getting hints from you first, and before I really start heading out and doing more of them. I find doing a live stream, a get ready with me, is easier than trying
Yeah.
to do them, on a video. It's just like
And that's a
crazy.
stepping stone for you. So it's about, so that's what I mean about finding an alternative way. So to do a tutorial, do a get ready with me
Mhm.
on it. And that way you can answer questions about what you're doing,
Mhm.
get the engagement from the audience. And then, so here's an idea. You know how you were saying about one eye done, one eye
Mhm.
not. Make it funny. Make that.
Mhm.
So have a big pirate patch over one eye.
Yeah.
Have the mystery. Like, be fun about it and get the
Mm.
engagement that way. Imagine the thumbnail you could make with that. Who would not click on that?
Yes.
If you
The
want to
part.
see people
Yeah.
laughing, like find alternative routes. It happens.
Writing with Emotion says just wear sunglasses.
There you go. Put a bandana over your eyes. There's just so many things. Wear a
I know.
Halloween mask. There's so many things that you can do that will
Mm.
be funny.
Are you planning on doing a Vlogmas? 25 days of Vlogmas?
Oh, you know what? Last year I thought, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I did one that I tried to edit and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this every day. There's no way right now with working.
Mm.
There's no way that I could do it. If this was my full-time job, then I
Mm.
could probably do it. And if I had the energy, yes, but I don't imagine I can be. But I love watching when other people do it. So just vlogging life does it. And I'm
Mm.
like, oh
Mm.
my God, I love it.
I'm going to be doing 25 days, but I'm going to cheat some and pre-record
Pre-record.
some just because it'll just be a little bit more easier.
Mhm.
But I have my whole calendar filled out for every single day what we're going to do. But I tried to do it one time too. Last year, I think I got 4 videos in, maybe. And then I realized, how the heck does everybody do this?
Yeah.
Every single day. It's like, no, I couldn't come up with any ideas on the spot.
Mhm.
I finally gave up. I think I had my son do my makeup one time. I was like, I don't know. Let me put something in there.
Why not? Are you going, Liver? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to kiss me? Kevin has to leave, so I hope nobody minds that I'm going to disappear for a second. I love you.
Everybody here will probably be like, oh, how cute.
Kira's probably rolling her eyes.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I find it interesting. I've learned a lot of things from everybody. I do tell everybody that also when you're, I think you have to have a thick skin sometimes,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
you got to be able to take that advice, and you have to be able to have everybody, okay, you're asking somebody. If I ask you right now, what else should I change about my channel? Well, I'm asking you to tell me what, not only the good, you're going to tell me what the bad is,
Yeah.
or what you think, and you need to have a thick skin about that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's, I mean, so I tell everybody, you got to be careful what you ask for because
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like the same thing. I've had gotten some thumbs down. I haven't had any bad remarks. Well, I've had one or two that it was a sly remarks. So I would just thumbs it up and I'd be like, okay, thank you. And that's it, you know, but it's everybody's opinion, you know, just like you said, you're nervous about, you know, going on, you know, camera, doing things like that. I mean, I think, unfortunately, you are not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I was in somebody else's live. They made some remarks that I didn't like. I just did not say anything. I didn't say anything good. I didn't say anything bad. I spent some time in there and then I said, okay, gotta run. Thank you. And then I kind of like went off, you know, it's just like, I think it was the how-to lady. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. It's just
it's
like,
a choice to be mean. I don't want to make that choice.
Yeah. I think I went to one live stream and the whole time the live stream, everybody is complaining. Everybody is, I mean, I've never seen a live stream like this that everybody was just, the topics that they were talking about, it was like, whoa, but that was everybody in his channel. He had a lot of people who I guess enjoyed it. And, you know, unfortunately I never went back, you know, it just wasn't me, but I didn't say anything bad. I didn't say anything good. I just kind of like, okay, thank you, you know, and that just was not me, but, you know.
It's hard because being on the other side of the keyboard in a chat, you're technically a keyboard warrior if you're, you know, pounding out tons of negativity and remarks and trolling and stuff like that. And sometimes you can put it off and be like, oh, it's never mind them, they don't matter. But, you know, when the lights are off and your mind is going, sometimes those remarks come back into your head and you're like, is that really true? It's hard. Like, I haven't had anything really negative yet. I think the only really negative thing was, and this is so silly, it was actually my shorts video of Trouble, and it's the 28K one. And someone said, ew, your thumb. Like, I have really short thumbs. So they're like little, they look like little toes. And I've always been told that they're Irish thumbs. That's what they're called. But they're actually, there's something else. There's an actual disorder for it that I had no idea about. And it's actually rare for a person to have both thumbs the same and the toes. And I never noticed that my toes are actually the same way. And I was just like, oh, so someone doesn't like my thumbs? Like, that was ridiculous, and I laughed it off. But I ended up deleting it because it bothered me. So stupid. It was just like, you know what? I don't want your negativity on my channel. Get out.
Yeah, no. I think on my last video, I think for my green, somebody was like, oh, green. I was just like, okay, thank you. I hearted it. And I mean, it's like, hey, you know, it's like, it is what it is. What are the cat YouTube channels about? Jaden had asked.
Oh, so I just have Trouble and Spiky have their own YouTube channels, but I haven't done anything with them yet.
Aww. No, my dog will just lay there. She's too old. She would just lay there. It's just like, I'm trying to get her, and I have like 5 stray cats that are outside that we feed and stuff, and I'm trying to get them. Like last winter we had a really bad winter here, and I was trying to get them in, you know, but the dog is just like, a fly goes by, my dog barks. You know, I'll call her name, come over here, and she won't do nothing, but she'll hear somebody down the block talk and she'll start barking, you know. And so I couldn't get the cats in, but I would love to. they're beautiful outside. I love cats. My dog is just not very sociable.
Trouble and Spike are all right. They're cute. They're entertaining. Trouble likes to go onto my phone. He loves my phone, so he'll sit on it. But I guess it was last week or the week before on Kevin's live, he sat on the phone and ended up hiding someone.
Oh my gosh, no.
Call me Ender. He hit him. So it was like, oh.
Oh, I unfortunately one time kicked somebody off too. I was trying to get to another comment and the chat went too fast and I hit another thing and I felt so bad. I was like, oh no. But I didn't want to tell everybody it was me because I don't want them to be mad at me. I did by accident. It's just like, oh no. I mean, yeah, it's really crazy. So what advice would you give somebody, like I said, that they're struggling, that they're really struggling, or that, you know, have 100 subscribers and they just said, okay, this is it. Hands up, I'm not going to do it. Let me delete everything, my page.
Yeah,
What
so
advice would you give them? Yes.
Yeah, I would definitely say never delete. If you need to take a break, take a break. If YouTube is becoming toxic for you, you need to get out and give yourself that moment to kind of recenter yourself and think about your own mental health and what you can do to improve. I would say stop concentrating on the numbers. It's so toxic to think, okay, you know what? I have 50, I need 1,000. I'm never going to get there. Like, that's really toxic. So keep creating content, because eventually 10 videos turns into 100 videos. Those 100 videos turn into 1,000 videos. And then that turns into organic growth, because somebody will come across your video and then start sharing it or recommending it and commenting and subscribing. You just don't have a crystal ball to say this isn't going to work out. You have to change your mindset. You have to have a growth mindset. You can say, I'm not monetized, but change it to I'm not monetized yet. Don't say I don't have enough subscribers. I don't have enough subscribers yet, but I'm working on it. Continue to work on it. And one thing I strongly suggest for anybody, whether you're monetized or just starting, is start a schedule for one, but write everything down. I have dozens of notebooks of scripts that I've written, of the ideas for videos. So I ended up making an Excel spreadsheet that I was telling you about earlier, that I just, every single idea that I have, if I can't get to my computer, I write it down, but eventually it goes into this Excel spreadsheet. And next thing you know, one idea turns into 100. And then you might end up finding that your niche or your mindset of what you want your channel to be will change. You know, it could be that it starts off with unboxing, and then it ends up being, well, crap, you know what? I really love skincare, or I love cars. And it might totally, change the trajectory of your channel. Just be really open-minded and don't close your mind into thinking I can only do one thing. You can do anything with your channel within the law, like and morals and stuff like that. But if you are really seriously thinking of quitting, it's okay to take a break. I took a break in November/December, and it was almost a month, but I needed it. But I came back when I was ready. If you're feeling down, reach out to somebody else, reach out to another YouTuber, and maybe it's just that you need a venting. If anybody wants to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. And maybe it's just that there's something that you don't know what to do. Are you shy? What you can also do is, if you are unsure about a video, upload it, set it as unlisted, and then send the link to your friend. Have your friend watch it, give you some critique or encouragement, and then maybe that's just a little bit that you need to get back on track again.
Definitely true. So when you started your channel, what did you start it as, or what did you have in your mind?
Oh, I seriously thought that it was just going to be me and Kira goofing off on everything. I thought we were going to play video games with our T-Rex heads. I thought it was going to be just basically lifestyle.
Mhm.
And then, when did I start? I think it was like Sephora unboxings and Mac and stuff like that I started with. And then when I came across BoxyCharm and pulled the trigger on that really set me into the reeling of more lifestyle beauty than anything else, because, I've lucked out with the boxes that I've gotten. I've only have maybe 4 or 5 boxes that, I've been happy with all of them, but there are maybe 4 or 5 boxes that I haven't been as happy with. But I have, I don't know, tons of boxes that I absolutely love. And it's turned my passion really into like skincare and realizing, hey, I don't always have to have oily skin. There's things that I can do, and learning about it, and the passions and stuff like that. So it really, I don't want to say it did a 180 or anything like that, but it definitely changed from like doing silly things with Kira into doing unboxings. And I think when I was doing silly things with the T-Rex and Kira, I feel like that was the facade that I could hide behind, because I could not be me. And then when I sat down and I did the MS episodes, the MS updates or whatever they're called, I started saying that, oh, maybe I can do this. So yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. I people always are like, oh, well, beauty channel. It's like, no, I'm not just a beauty channel.
No.
I like to do the interviews. I do the wacky weird Wednesdays, and it's just like I like different things. I don't know where I'll go. It's just like, okay, it'll take me where it'll take me.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you find out what like you said, what you like and what you don't like, and what fits you and what doesn't. And it's just like, I think I've gone down from 11 boxes. I'm now down to 6.
Oh, good. That's a lot.
Yeah, I was doing 11 boxes.
Wow.
And now I'm down to 6, and it's just like, and I might dwindle it down and put some new ones in, just to do that little change and stuff. Like you said, you have some boxes that you love and some that you don't. And I think I don't want to do samples anymore. I now know, I've learned from the samples, what I kind of like, and now let me hit something else. So
but there's definitely nothing wrong with trying things. Like, you're trying 11 different subscription boxes. Can't believe I said that, right? Subscription. Like, that's a lot, and that's exciting, and it's happy and everything. But now you realize that you can now do top 5 subscription boxes. That's a great video. Behind you, there's at least, I think I can count out 4 different videos that you can do, and you don't have to buy another thing. You can do your top 5 Jeffree Star palettes and why they're so great. You can do the 5 best BoxyCharm boxes. You can do, like, there's so many things that you can do, and you don't need to spend another penny.
Oh yeah, I'm now trying to do my month of boxes, and so I have my big huge thing over there that has stuff beside all the stuff that's sitting here that I haven't done videos on yet. And I'm trying to keep them on the side, and I'm not using them, and then this way I'll show everybody what I got in a month's worth of unboxings, because there's a lot of stuff.
That's excellent.
Yeah, except for it's not as much as it was before. Before, it was with 11 boxes was a lot. I got too much stuff.
Yeah.
I have to rein it in, but
Mhm.
I was just on, look, I'm on right now trying to find new boxes. I can't stop. I can't stop. I'm
It's an
addicted to them.
addiction.
It is. I just got ColourPop, their mystery box that just came up. I'm
Oh,
getting Juvia's Place's mystery box coming in. I just got Lilo Beauty again, which are
mhm.
different from my ones, and I'm looking at different ones. It doesn't stop. It's like I see a new box and it's just like, wait, hold on. I need to get that box. What's in the box?
And there's nothing wrong with signing up for one box if you tell yourself, you know
Mm,
what? But then say to yourself, if you really like it, you have to think of another box that you, excuse me, that you can cancel. But
mm,
you know what? That's really cool though, because I would never think of Juvia's Place as having a box. And I
mm.
saw the Color Pop, they have 3 different boxes, right?
Yes. I
So
got the smaller one, I think.
a small one. So,
Yeah.
and that's gives a lot of value to people because you could be the deciding factor of whether or not somebody signs up for that service.
Mm,
And that's great for, ColourPop and Juvia's
yeah.
Place and everybody to know that it was because of you that they
Mm.
now have a new subscriber. So I don't know. I love subscription boxes.
I do too. Like you, I need to venture out more and hit the individual companies, which I
Mhm.
have not. I've been trying to hit some of the more smaller subscription boxes, and hoping that, okay, well, I'll be a new platform for them. They're young, I'm still
Yeah.
young, and then this way maybe that will work. I know that Lilo Beauty just gave me a bag to give away as a giveaway. Yes, so
That's
I'll be doing
excellent.
that. Yeah. So I got to do my August one. I'm so far behind with all my shoulder things and not being
Mhm.
here. And
Yeah.
so that's going to be my next, hopefully, one coming up next week. So this way I could do that giveaway for everybody. So it's like giveaways, 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 because I'm giving away everything now. And I know Sam had asked a question before. Where is it? I'm
Oh, I
trying to
see it.
find.
Okay, so any
Yeah.
tips for your channel of stuff I could work on?
Yes.
Sam, I really enjoy your vlogs and I think you do such a great job. And especially, you know what? I have to say, Sam, it's the accent that does it for me. I love British accents. I need to go to Britain. I think the only thing that I would suggest for you to work on, do you have a gimbal? Because if you don't, get a cheap gimbal just to make it a little bit steadier. That's all I can think of.
Hmm. That's true. Yeah, I never thought about that either.
Yeah,
See?
that's it. That's it. And you don't need an expensive one at all.
Mm.
You can go to, see, in Canada and the US, we have Best Buy, we have
Yeah.
Walmart, even Amazon, like
Mm.
searching gimbals on Amazon. I remember Kevin's first one was less than $100.
Mm.
You don't need anything with like bells and whistles or anything like that. It's just to stabilize your camera more. That's it.
Mm.
Plus, anything that you buy for your YouTube channel, you can write off on your taxes.
Somebody told me that before too, and I was just like, I never keep any of the stuff. It's
Keep
like,
all your
but
receipts.
yeah, I just got the mic. I just picked up this headset, but this headset was really cheap. This was $5. $5. It was like, yeah, it works. And I think the mic that I use on my own, this little one right here, this was $14.
Perfect.
And it was like, it works for now for
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
It's like eventually I'll make, invest in something more, but right now it's doing the job and
Yeah.
gets the job done. So
Well, one thing that you can do with when you want to upgrade your equipment is to look up stuff on Amazon or wherever, make a wish list, and then have it as your Christmas list for your family and friends.
That is true.
And
I've
start
never.
slow.
I know. That's what I'm trying to do. I changed little things here and there.
Yep.
I mean, if you see my first video, I was in the dark on one of the videos. I had a
really?
black shirt on. I was in the dark in a dark room, and I don't know why I did the video like that. And even from before, I used to have this turned around, and you would see the chair and stuff, and you would see my dog come up, and people were like, one of the girls had mentioned, oh, it's so distracting. And then I did the background with the plane, just the curtain behind me, and then now it turned into what it is right now behind me.
Yeah.
It's like, but little by little, but
Yep.
I had these things already. I just repurposed it in different areas instead of having to go out and spend lots and lots of money.
Exactly.
So,
and make a wish list. And when you're doing your wish list, whether it's for you or anybody else, you're putting a plan together to have these certain items, and do it as in the order of importance. So you're like, okay, so I really want a lighting system. But if you have a couple of lamps that you can place strategically, that's good enough. What might be more important is sound. Maybe you want a green screen. Maybe you want a camera. But it's just really important to know that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your YouTube channel. Just start slow, because when we're watching the videos, we don't know what camera you're using. We don't know. We can only guess if you're using a phone or a camera. You know what I mean? So it's that people feel so much pressure with it. It's like, I don't know. I hope that people will just do their best with what they have, instead of putting themselves into financial jeopardy to buy a camera on a credit card that you can't even afford. Like, that's not worth it. You know what I mean? And Chris's Clever Crafts was mentioning that you can't, like, you have to have a certain amount to be able to put it on your taxes. And that's right. But I believe you can save your receipts until you have enough, and then you can put it on your taxes. At least that's what my accountant said to me. So.
Yeah, no, it is definitely true. I've been taping from my phone forever now. It's just, it has only been recent that I got my son his computer, and I wind up inheriting it because he cracked the screen about a week into it. It's a touch screen, and he went ahead and somehow there was this little black, like just a window drop down, and I thought, well, what is he stuck on? And I tried to reboot it and try to take, and I was like, why is that black part right there? And then it just started growing and growing and growing. And then my sister took pictures, because she works at Best Buy. She took pictures and showed the Geek Squad, and they were like, oh, he cracked it. And it was like, oh. And then when you shut it off, you would see the crack.
Yeah.
Because I guess he pushed up against it because it was, touchscreen. Yeah. And so we wind up getting a new one, but now it's in my room. He could use it, but while I'm watching him. So it's just like, but yeah, you slowly increase everything little by little. You don't have to get everything at the right way. Like I said, I knew I was having problems with my people hearing me. And so I went ahead and got this little headset, and I got another one, and I asked people which one sounds good and which one doesn't. But I hear people say that they could forgive a bad video, the picture, but not a bad voice.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it was freaking me out when people were telling me that, and it was like, oh my gosh, nobody could hear me. I need to fix this now. So, but I wasn't going to make myself broke to do it.
No,
it's just like, I couldn't do it. It was just like, okay, I got other bills and stuff. So, But I know I ramble. So I probably will either still be talking to everybody here. I don't know if you have to do something or get out of here. I just tell everybody, you know me, I just could stay on for about 4 hours later. You might go and come back and I still be on. It's a sad part of my life, unfortunately. No, I just start chit chatting with everybody. But unless anybody else has any questions, if you need to go ahead and do something, if you want to hang out, you can. I don't want to hold you up because I know you've been on with me for about 2 hours now. Look at that. So I let everybody know it's okay if you have to go.
Well, I probably will step down. If nobody has any more questions, I will step down. Because I don't feel heavy, but I feel like tired. And
Mm.
it's just because today was very hot and it's really hot in the apartment right now. And I can't put air conditioning on because you'll hear it and it's awful. But I do want to say thank you so much for having me. It really is an honor to be among the cast members that you've had on your channel. I'm so thankful and grateful for you. You are doing so amazing with your channel. I'm so proud of you because I remember being one of the people telling you, no, you have to go live. Just go live.
Yes.
Just do it. And I know how scared you were.
Yes.
And you took that leap. And I'm so unbelievably proud of you. Now we can't stop you from going live.
Yes,
Like,
I know.
you are so amazing. And you've done such a
Thank
great
you.
job.
Oh no, thank you. It's encouragement by you, by Chucha, Pete, Sam, Corinne. There have been so many people that have just been so, no, you could do it. Just hang in there. You got it. You got it. You got it. And it's just, yeah, it took me forever to get on live stream, and now you can't stop me.
Well, and speaking of Scratch and Pete, I don't want to like blow smoke up his butt or anything, but this is a channel that at this time last year, yes, maybe, he was just a supporter. He wasn't creating content at all, and he was PA. That's all it was. And everyone was telling him, start a channel, start a channel. You should start a channel because everybody really enjoyed having him in their lives. And he's so supportive and amazing and all that kind of stuff. And then he said, yep, I'm going to start a channel. It was a secret. He built it up for everybody. And then, he has his booming channel right now. And, if you're a new channel, copy that. Like, take a page out of Pete's book because he did it right.
Oh yeah, he has an amazing job. I tell everybody he must have clones because Pete is everywhere. He is so supportive. I mean, he's just everywhere. And Eddie, I've been looking for like, how the heck did he get over here? You were just over here. He must have like a zillion. I don't know how he does it. It's just like it is just amazing. Oh yeah, it's just like, and I always feel so bad because every single time his live stream comes, I am in at work and there are patients in front of me, and I'm like, man, and then I miss it, and it's like, man, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm here. I couldn't do nothing. It's just like, oh, it's like, don't you know? Scratchy PPA is on. Leave. I don't care if you don't feel well. Go. Check in with somebody else. Yep. There's a doctor down the hall. Go to them. Leave me alone. I know.
Or put it up for everybody to see. You know what?
I know.
Have you seen this before? Watch this guy scratch a ticket. He's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
He has such an amazing chat and interactive chat going on.
Oh yeah.
People love that guy. And it's because he's so authentic. And he's going to be sending the check in the mail. Make sure you spell my name right this time. And like it helps when you have someone on your side that is authentic. The how-to lady, super authentic. Sam, he's so authentic and genuine. Corinne's life, like I can name off 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 channels that are so kind and amazing. you know, and we can all learn from each other. And I love that this is such a supportive community. If
Oh
you had
yes,
have asked
definitely.
me a year and a half ago, doing YouTube and being friends with people that I've never met personally, and that would be so supportive, and that Kevin and I send each other reminders of a premiere that's happening and making sure
Yeah.
that we're in it, I would have said you're crazy. Like, there's no way that I'm going to be that person. And not that that person was bad. It's just, you know, I don't let other things rule my
Yeah.
life. It's just, you know, I do things as I want to do them. And to be so eager to make sure that I make it in someone's premiere, or putting reminders on for people's live streams and premieres, and just loving this community that we've all put together. You can't say that there's a leader in this community, because we are all in
Oh
it
yeah.
together. And I really love that. And I love everyone for being here. I thank you so much for those of you who've shared and liked it and
Yes.
listened to me ramble on talking about crap. Like, thank
No,
you.
no, it is definitely true. I started off with a lot of beauty unboxings, people, and I started getting in with them, and I don't see half of them. The community that I've more been bonded with and stuff is the people that I've met in Super Chat.
Yeah.
It really is true. He does it right. He does it, you know, everybody connects, and you some great, amazing channels. It's just like I wouldn't have met you, Pete, Sam, you know, and just been, you know, good friends with everybody. I would say if anybody asked me, oh, this is going on, I would do whatever I could to help everybody out, because, you know, like you said, we haven't met in person. We haven't done that, but we know we know we're around each other, and we, you know, it's just like I do appreciate it very much. It's like the other people, like I said, on my own, it's just like, nope. Here is the only place that, like I said, I thank Tuba Chat very, very much. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go through I have vinyl records somewhere in my garage. I'm hunting them down, and I'm gonna be trying to send them whatever I have, because they're sitting in the garage doing nothing. It's like maybe he'll find a gem in there.
You never know.
Yes. But no, I thank you so much for coming up. I've had a blast. I, you know, like I said, getting prepared for this, I've learned a lot about you, which I didn't know things about you. I love how you and Tuba Chat met and together. It now puts everything, so every single time now I see the heart, I'm going to be like, oh, so when he shuts off his camera, are they smooching now? So it's just like, no, I just love you guys. I love your channel. I'm hoping to see you with your 5 emails a week. Yes, and before you know it, you'll be like, Michelle, can I pass you some products? I got too much coming in. Yes. So that is my curse on you, is that you're going to have too many products to handle, that you'll be throwing me some.
Absolutely.
But no, thank you so much. Everybody, make sure everybody connecting with everybody. I went ahead and pinned your link up on the top. So if you're not connected with her, definitely go ahead and do that. And then when I put the description out for this, I'll put your channel and your IG and everything on there. And then what else? And then I will be putting you up as one of my feature channels. So everybody I interview, I put them up, and I move everybody around as the features go. So
Thank you
Chris, it
very
was
much.
great to interview both of you. Thank you, everybody. So you know me, I'll probably still be on for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat. I'm not
Okay.
really going anywhere. I'll just come off camera and probably put pajamas on. But thank you so much for having me. I'm
Thank
already
you so
halfway
much
there.
for
I got
coming.
pajama pants on right now.
Yeah, see? Yeah. No, well, I have jeans, because remember, I had to run to go get my phone, which I left at work. Yes. If not, I wouldn't have been able to do the interview. I was like, no, my phone. So it's just like my son thought we were going to do stuff. It's like, no, I got to go get the phone, come back. I got to get ready and I have to do the interview. No. So, but thank you so much for coming up. Everybody, make sure that you connected with everybody within the chat. Go ahead and give thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Make sure you go ahead and see her latest review. I love that David's tea. I'm telling you, I think I'm going to get it. Review that she did. And your last one was on your skincare.
Yes.
Right? So that was the last video that was up. So make sure you guys go check that out. And then check out some of her earlier videos and, give a comment and tell her, hey, yes, this is what changed.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I love you so much. And I will be in the chat.
All right. I will chat away to you.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Michelle.
Bye. So I hope everybody has been enjoying the interview. Again, if anybody's still in here, if you are interested in being part of that panel that I'm trying to put up on Sundays, definitely go ahead and DM me on Instagram and let me know. Again, what my plan to do is that I would do the panel here on my channel on Sundays. And we could do, people that are interested, we could do live stream panels on other people's channels throughout the week. And we could all kind of like set that up. So, and it could be talking about YouTube stuff. It could be talking about shoot the breeze kind of thing. So anybody interested in doing that, definitely go ahead and DM me. Even if you don't want to share your face on the panels, you could have your little emoji thing kind of like up. Hey, Corinna Mark, how are you? And then this way, we could start, get the group DM going, and we could figure out details and stuff like that, and pretty much say, hey, I could go to, your live, be on your panel on Thursday, but I can't make this person's on Friday, but I want to do one on Saturday. So, I thought it was just a cool way for us to have a live stream content for all of us and have a bunch of people on there and chit chat away like I do. So it's like the next interview we were Corinna Mark, on the 18th, and then Sam is on the 25th. I do have after that, I have who else do I have? I have Hilda DC. That will be up on my channel. I also have Patrick from Have Cheater Will View on. I also have a paranormal investigator who's going to be on my channel on the 16th. So that's going to be interesting to hear me. Okay, I froze for some strange reason. Oh, that's a terrible look, you guys. How did I get frozen in that particular look? So I'm gonna have some interesting people coming up. So I know I froze, and I froze like really in a terrible position. It was just like, ooh. I don't know, that's so crazy. It always happens to me. It doesn't freeze when I'm looking kind of pretty and cute. It freezes when my eyes are rolling up like this. Scratchy and Peep is now going to be voiding the check. What happened there? You did a 360. So, but I probably crazy. So I'm gonna probably do a live stream tomorrow. And I'll probably, anybody that wants to come up on the panel, I could go ahead and just let me know in that chat. I'm probably just going to do either a shoot the breeze kind of thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got these little sticker things and I was checking them out. That's why you see stuff all over my hands. They're like little tattoo kind of things. So I was like, I hope people don't think I have stuff all over my hands now. Thank you, Tyrone Morgan. Thank you so much. I know I saw you were playing, you were on live, but I didn't go ahead and chit chat. So, but I was hiding in the background. I know, isn't it cute? They're these things, inked, and they're temporary tattoos. They're supposed to be really good, and I thought they were going to be like huge, and they're like these little. I mean, they're so tiny. When I ordered it, I was like, yeah. I thought the images were bigger, and they're this tiny little stuff. So I decided, what am I going to do with these? So I just was playing around. Yeah, she did an amazing job. She hung in there with me, the talker that I am. So, see, Corinne, I always have your cup with me. I've been drinking out of it. Your check must have got lost in the mail. So Pete, so if you tell me you're sending me a check, I can't believe you now anymore. You told Sam that you were sending one. You're telling Corinne you were selling, Kristin you were doing one. So I can't believe you when you say you're sending me a check. Yes, I know. Not that I'm rushing, but I have. So Corinne, when you come on for your live interview, you need to have a bunch of products ready and out so that this way we could go ahead and showcase all the things that you make. Corinne, don't take money from Pete. If he says he's sending you a check, you're not going to get it. I know, and how too late. I need to go ahead and get you back up on my channel for a date because I missed our interview. You didn't miss the interview. I missed it. Because Pete, we know you have a stash somewhere. Oh yeah, definitely. Have them come on too. Oh yeah, I need money too. I just thought about it myself and I was like, oh my gosh. It's going to be Christmas here before I know it. I have to start getting things for my son ready and planned, and oh my gosh. I mean, Halloween is coming up. After Halloween, Thanksgiving. Before you know it, it's going to be winter. Then we'll be crying for summer. Summer will come, and that. Who has noticed? I've noticed that when I was younger, time went so slow, and now it is going so fast. Oh, cool, Night Star Beauty. I mean, we could always do it on yours too. It doesn't matter either way. I think you have the Bonds and the Love Palette, right? Because I have this one and the other one. So we could do one on mine and one on yours. Because because I think that would be interesting. Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. Oh, yes. I remember, well, when I lived in Cayman Islands, we didn't really celebrate Thanksgiving because it's not a British holiday. So we did like Boxing Day, Christmas, the Queen's birthday. Those were the days that I had off when I lived over there. I know, I got so many pallets. Oh, cool. A whole week. I have to say that's one thing. I don't know about in Canada, but I have to say that here in the States, we don't do right with vacations, with holidays. We don't. I think that's why if you go, there's a lot of people I know, especially here in Texas, they don't even have a passport. We don't travel as much as they do in Europe and stuff. But we don't have the holiday time. When I lived in Cayman, I was able to get the 4 weeks, or I think it was 6 weeks, and I was able to go to India. Here in the States, you're lucky you get 2 weeks of vacation. And your vacation time has to sometimes include, or PTO, personal time off, will be your sick time and your vacation time. And you might get 2 weeks if you're lucky. Like for me, I work at the hospital. So even though it's a state holiday or, in the close, if I take, if my clinic is closed, I have to use my personal time off for that day. Oh yeah, you wouldn't have that over there. I think Thanksgiving is just here in the States, and Canada has their Thanksgiving. So what special holidays do you have there, Night Star Beauty? What are your big holidays? I know in the UK you have the Boxing Day, you have the Queen's birthday. Those are some of the big holidays there. Christmas. I think everybody kind of like celebrates Christmas. Almost everybody, not everybody. Pretty much every day is a weekend or holiday except the 29th and 30th. Oh, he's been at his job for 21 years and only get 3 weeks of vacation. Yeah, and we can't take it all at the same time. They don't want you to go more than, I think, a week at a time. Sorry. Yeah, they just, I don't know why. In Europe, I think they do it the right way. They do have longer vacation times, longer breaks. And I think you need that because you get, really stressed out. You need a long weekend sometimes. Yeah, Corinne, I think that's just terrible. I think you need more time. I think we all need more time. I think you should get one long weekend at least a month off, and they should pay for it. Bonfire night. What is bonfire night for? Hey, Rochelle Vanderpool, thank you for stopping by. We're just chit-chatting now. Oh, you get 3 weeks. I think now I think I get something like 3 weeks. I've been at my job now for 11 years, going on 12. But my vacation will go to the next year. But when you accumulate a certain amount, that's when they say no, you lose your time at one point. but it's quite some time before your numbers go up. I know. See, that's what I was telling everybody. Everybody is live tonight. The 5th of November, bonfire, treason, and plot. Interesting. We mostly have and Easter is not even a national holiday anymore. We get one of the President's Days off, I think Lincoln's or President's Day, which is between Lincoln's birthday and somebody else's, which I can't remember. I'm not into history. Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day. Those are our big holidays. Martin Luther King Day depends. Easter, no. Halloween, no. We have spring break here. No, it's not a holiday. When I was in Catholic school, they used to do more for Easter, but here, normally no. Easter is not a major bank holiday. That's the days that we get off, and that's not one of them. And here in Texas, they do fiesta, and then the parade or something, which I don't know. Some people take off. School is closed on those days, so. Easter Monday and Good Fridays. Oh, see, we don't have off for Easter Monday, Good Friday. Some people might take it off with their job if they're going to church and stuff like that, but it's not a main holiday here. I don't know why. You would think it would be, but it's not. I guess we're so interracial, international, religious here. You got so much going on here, so it just depend on the person. I know when I lived in New York, there is a lot of Hasidic Jews, and on their holidays, if you worked for somebody who was a Hasidic company run by a Hasidic owner, they generally had off for a certain amount of days, and you would take off for those days too. So some people here in England just had their first week in work here for first time in 18 months, as there's no restrictions, or they are threatening another lockdown in the next month for 2 weeks. Yep. Without sticking my arm in my chicken balls. What the heck? To reach over my food and type, it's not easy. Okay. You eating chicken balls? What the hell are chicken balls? I don't know if I want to eat chicken balls. I'm sorry. Hopefully that's just like fried chicken and balls and not really the male part of a chicken. You were trying to type and messing up. I know, I was going to put my my bangs on, but I didn't put my bangs on. What the heck are chicken balls? Okay, they're not the real part. So okay, as long as okay. So what are they? Are they just like chicken rolled up in a ball? and fried, like little mozzarella balls or something like that. I know, Rochelle. I was like, chicken balls? What are chicken balls? I don't have a PG-13 on my channel, but still, I was like, chicken balls? I'm not trying that. It's like crazy. Hold on. My son is waving me. Let me just see what he wants real fast. Come in, talk to everybody. Oh, it's Chinese food? But why would they call it chicken balls? I gotta look up what they look like, because this is just freaking me out here. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see. I see what they look like. They look good. Good night. Thank you for coming in. Oh, look at my DM. You know that's so hard for me to do, Corinne. Oh, those look really good. Oh man, now you're making me hungry. They look so good. Man, now I want Chinese food. Oh man, now I want to eat something. My son won't eat Chinese food. He's the worst. He's so picky. So he's so picky. But no, I think I want Chinese food too. If the place doesn't have chicken strips for him, then it ain't gonna work. So see, now you're making me hungry. I'm sitting here. All I have is my lone cup with soda to fill me up right now. I take a sip of my coffee, my soda before my stomach starts growling. Hey, DPS Wonderful Worlds, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. We're just chit-chatting. I know somebody was saying there's a lot of people live on right now. I'm thinking about getting, Corinne, I had saw on here on Crate Joy. Somebody's got a Halloween one. Oh my gosh. You guys are going crazy with the texts. That's why my phone is vibrating. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Hold on. I've now learned the trick of having to make everything silent for right now. Is there any Chinese? Hold on, what was that? Is there any Chinese food I eat? I like prawn toast and prawn crackers too. I've never had prawn toast or prawn crackers. I've never had that. I know. I need to find something to make now. Everybody's making me hungry. So I'm thinking about getting like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 new boxes. Different boxes. I might not keep the subscription. I might just try it for like a month and then go ahead and take it off. But what kind of boxes would everybody want to see? I mean, I have already 2 international snack boxes. They have stuff like milk, wax milk sampler monthly. They have new age spiritual. I don't know very much about crystals, but they have herbal apprentice box about different herbal medicine. It would be a learning process for me and everybody else. I don't know. They have Karma Sense, which is a incense monthly subscription box. A chakra box. I don't know much about chakra either. They have self-care, nail polish, nail art, novelty, which will be the adults, which we'll be doing that here. Candles, plant and garden. I'm not a drinker, so I couldn't do a cocktail and alcohol or beer and wine. They have boxes for that, you guys. I couldn't do that because I'm not a drinker. Flowers, nerd and fandom. What is that? You know, I just found one that was on here, and it is a scent one, and it's a where was it? I just saw it too. More of a natural perfume. And so I was looking at that. I looked underneath artisan and handmade. They have a jewelry subscription. This one is called Junk in Thy Trunk. And it's starting from $5.49. They have a Hawaiian box. Blue Lily Jewelry, Fiber of the Month Club. I have no idea. Good Earth Mercantile. Page. There would be rooster balls. That is definitely true. Yeah, the chicken is the girl, isn't it? So I didn't think about that. I mean, oh my gosh. They have so many boxes, you guys. Oh, look, they have a British one. It's called Core Brightly Boxes. Perfect gift for international Anglophiles and British expats wanting reminders of home. Are you going out for food and drinks on your birthday? Yeah, I wasn't going to do very much on my birthday, and I wind up then coming on and doing stuff here. And so I was happy that I went ahead and did it because I wasn't going to go ahead and do it. Don't worry about it, Chris Clever Crafts. Thank you for coming in and coming for the interview. I know people got stuff to do, so. But yeah, Corinne, you gotta check this one out. Crate Joy. They got so many different things, but they also have stuff for crafters. That are doing art and stuff like that. You might be able to find one that you might get something from, to incorporate in everything that you're doing. I know, I want to see Sam drunk too. That would be funny. You guys don't want to see me drunk because unfortunately, you think I talk now, I talk like 10 times more. Yeah. I'll be on like 2 days later. I'll still be on talking and talking and talking. You're just always working or cleaning. Yeah, that's the same thing here. I straightened up yesterday and I have to still do the laundry. I still got to do some things, but I kind of like got an early start today. I left this phone at work and I was just paranoid all night long. I was like, oh my gosh, it's on my desk. And literally was on the desk, just right there. And there's no gate or code or a door. It's all open. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, somebody's going to take my phone. And how am I going to do my interview? You quit drinking because you were too good at it. I may have to wear a diaper to this live. I may pee myself laughing. I'll be joining you too. I used to drink when I was younger. I stopped. More for the fact that, yeah, Chris, I would be from one extreme to the other. And then my stomach just started always hurting me after I was drinking. And I just had to stop. Except for, like, Sam, I love Boomers or Magners. I think Boomers is more the Irish, and Magners is what you could get in the UK and stuff. And I love that. That's more of a cider. The best cider in the world. I love it. I don't like, there's another cider that's really famous in the UK. I don't like that one. I'm picturing the can right now, and I can't remember. Oh gosh. Name some ciders that are really famous in the UK. You're hilarious when you're drunk. I get all funny. I drink lots of my way. Yeah. I drank too much when I was younger. I barely drink now at all. Too, because, yeah, I don't really anymore. It just started upsetting my stomach really, really bad after I would drink. And before it took forever. Then people started telling me, oh, well, drink wine. And that would upset my stomach. Red wines, And I used to get migraines from it too. Your mom likes gin and tonic. I am a tequila girl. I'm a rum and coke kind of girl when I used to drink. Not to say that I don't ever drink. If it's like a party, a holiday, I might go ahead and have a drink, or I might just do the wine. Yeah, Corinne, see, I was the same way. I was the sober one. I used to be the designated driver. So I mostly, yeah, I let everybody else. And got to the point that I didn't like not being in control, and of myself and of other things going on. And so that's one of the other things that I stopped. I don't like not being in control of what's going on. So I kind of like stopped myself. I'm yawning on my own live. I always do that. Oh, you read it that Mark drinks and drives? No. I don't think she'll let him do that. See, now I'm still trying to figure out the drink, the cider that's famous in the UK. It's killing me now. Now I got to figure it out. UK ciders. Man, what's the name? Strongbow. That's what it is. I don't like Strongbow. Bulmers. I like the Bulmers better than the Strongbow. So, we used to get that in Cayman all the time. I love them. I don't like the ones here in the States. Those are the only ones that I like. And I can't get Magners or Bulmers here. I can find Strongbow, but I can't find the other two. It would be the only thing that wouldn't upset my stomach. I do now have a craving for a really good fish and chips. And I ain't going to find it here in the States. And I've been dying for Yorkshire pudding. Love Yorkshire pudding. And Walker's chips. And I like the Worcestershire Walker's chips and the salt and vinegar. And I don't mind the prawn one. But I don't like the chicken one. That's kind of, not at all. Oof. Are you having fish tomorrow? I know, I want Chinese food now, you guys. Now I gotta find a Chinese food place around here. They don't have really good Chinese food out here in Texas. Come on. When I lived in New York, they had really good Chinese food. Here they don't. Not at all. I'm looking at all the boxes that they have. It's just like amazing. Mark is rum and coke. Oh yeah, I'm a rum and coke fan. I could do rum and coke. I could do shots of tequila. Or I used to. I can't say that I do that now. Because I bet you I'll have one drink and I'd be like, hey, how you doing? And I'm telling you, when I drink, I talk more. I make friends. I go into the bathroom and I make friends with girls. I'm sitting there, hey, how you doing? Okay, yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, I don't know why. Anybody doing anything interesting this weekend? Me personally, I think I'm just going to be finished cleaning up the house. I'm trying to take my son out more. He's like, I think kids are getting hit kind of hard now, but he wants to, I want to try to get him out more, but he wants to go to like the play places and stuff, and I don't want to bring him out there anymore. So there's about 150 takeaways in my neighborhood. Huh, cool. Oh, I love mussels. Oh my gosh. Oh, Corinne, I'm doing a Corinne. I love mussels. I love making mussels, and I found a trick to making mussels. One of the silver pans, the disposable ones that you could get, the flat ones. I will go ahead and put that on top of my stove and have the burners going. I'll put the my garlic in there, my butter in there, and then I know. See, you mentioned it again. Stop. See, you mentioned it again, and now you're making me yawn again. And so then I would go ahead and cook that up over there. I would put the not chives, the parsley, my white wine, and then I would go ahead and wait until it boils a little, and then it's in that flat pan. So if it's in the flat pan, you have more of a chance of all of your mussels opening up versus doing it in a pot. Because if it's in a pot, some of them won't open up. And so I would just wrap it with the aluminum foil and then stick it in the oven. And that's how I go ahead and cook our mussels. Sometimes I'll put tomato in there, cut up chopped tomato. Look, Secret, I just read you telling me to stop, and I yawned again. What the heck? Stop it. Don't do it to me. I'm going to be yawning even more. It's like crazy. So, see, for me, they don't open up all the time. So, I was telling everybody, I don't know if you heard, Corinne, if I want to do the, oh, no problem, Chris. I want to do the live stream panels, but in the live stream panels, it's not going to just be my channel. And the same thing for Sam. I mean, we could pick different days. So let's say I would do Sundays. So, and let's say there's 10 of us, and I would do Sundays. Somebody might want to do, Sunday morning or Saturday afternoon, Friday, a Thursday. And then what we'll go ahead and do within our group, we would all, we'll have at least like 3 of us on anybody's live. And then this way, but you might not be able to do every Sunday for my live, but I might have 2 other people that can make my Sunday, but can't make your Thursday, and we would do the lives on the live panels on each one of our channels. It'll be the same group, but everybody will be able to get the hours, get the views, get the, time on their channels too. Oh, if they don't open, that means they're dead. But aren't they dead anyway? Wait. Or maybe I don't know enough about fish. I probably don't. So are they, what do you mean dead? I mean, are they rotten dead? I mean, all I knew is that if they didn't open up, then they weren't good. That's all I was ever told when I learned how to watch everybody else do mussels. Yeah, I the only thing I knew about that was they were not good. They were not going to be a good, they're not a good mussel. I don't do clams. Okay, they're no good. All right. Yeah, but I find it so much easier to just cook it that way. Oh, I see your name, I yawn. No offense. Oh, no. Oh, that's why they can't open. All right, nights are, but yeah, nights are beauty. If you want to go ahead, I have the two panel. I think you have the bronze palette, and I have and the rose for Natasha Denona, and we could always do one on your channel and one on my channel. So just DM me and let me know. See? Oh gosh, Corinne, you just said yawning and it made me yawn. Stop it. That is the contagious. Even the word yawn is making me yawn. Yawn. Yawn? No, yawn is yawn and yawn. But wait, no, now I'm confused. Thank you, Mrs. VSNC09. Thank you for coming by. Now I don't know how to say both. A yawn. Yawn. Like yarn. Like needle thread yarn. And yawn. Okay. I think I'm saying them both the same way. I think it's a New York thing. The only time you hear my New York accent is when I say call, dog, talk, coffee, daughter. I pause the TV. So, do you know what that is? I paused it. I don't say pause. It's pause the TV. I paused it. So, but it's the same thing. When I met my ex-husband, he would tell me that he said, well, he had gotten pissed last night. He was at the party and stuff. He was at the bar and stuff, and he got pissed. You know, some other guy got pissed. They both got pissed together. And I was like, what do you mean? It was like, what happened? I'm thinking that, you know, they got into a fight, something else, and they didn't know that pissed is more that they got drunk. The same thing like a Q. Does anybody know what a Q means? Because in the UK it means you're on the line. Like I say line, I'm standing on line. But they're like, they were in the queue. Weird things. Pissed drunk, yeah, see? But I didn't know that pissed was drunk. I thought he was upset. Like he got pissed off that somebody irritated the heck out of him. And I was thinking, well, who irritated the hell out of you that you got pissed off? Not meaning that I got pissed last night, that I got drunk. I was like, what the heck? The same thing. I think in the UK they say, can I have my Jack and Jill? And I think that's your tab. Like your tab itself. Oh, they say the Q over there too? Yeah, I had never heard of that. No, we just said we got drunk. I mean, I heard that thing, piss face, but no, it was the weirdest thing. It took me forever to figure out some of the things. But again, I think it's Jack and Jill, my ex used to always say. It was like, because he wanted his bill, you know, his tab. It's so weird how we all have certain things that we say versus other places. I don't know, really crazy. But I might be heading off, you guys. Quinn, when are you going to do a live? Because I know you've been doing a bunch lately. I'm looking. Well, I am going to probably head off, you guys. You see my makeup for the day. Very gold, glittery. I'm going to probably go get some Chinese food, you guys. I might or might not come back on later on and just do like a random live. Well, let me know, Corinne, because if you're going to go up, I'll be up and I'll come up too on yours. So after I go get some Chinese food, because now you got me wanting Chinese food. Or I need to get some type of food, because if not, I'm going to be sitting there with my stomach growling all very loud. But yeah, just DM me and let me know if you're going to go up. And if you do, everybody put your notification on for Corinne and Mark, so you'll see us talking on her channel. But I know I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow. Just a regular either get ready with me or a chit chat. Probably won't be 7 hours long. Which I know none of you believe that from me. All right, cool. So everybody make sure you go over to Corinne and Mark's channel and hit that notification bell, so when we do the live on hers, you guys will know when we're up. So, and if Corinne, you want to drop your channel down there, so this way anybody else could catch it. I know, I got to get going. All right. Let me get going, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming for the interview. I had a great time. I hope you guys got to know a little bit more about her channel. And I hope you guys will be here for my next interview, which, who is it going to be? I believe it is Corinne and Mark, who is the next interview channel that I'm going to be doing. And then I have Sam's Vlogs Train some more. And then after that, I believe I have Hilda DC. And I will also have Lennox Lights and have Cheetah Review, Patrick. So I have a few people lined up coming up. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Hit that little subscribe button somewhere down there. Share and like me out. Give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And I have a couple of videos going up this week. I have Wacky Weird Wednesday that I started up again, so make sure everybody stay tuned for that. And then Corinne dropped her channel down there, so we'll probably go ahead and do a live later on. So, and then I'm just going to take a break, order some food, and then about 20 minutes, cool. It gives me enough time to try to order some Chinese food somewhere, take a little break, and then find out what my son wants, and then go up on yours. So I will see everybody on the next video. Make sure to stay tuned, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, fabulous day, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, everyone.